Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Collector's Table Live on this beautiful Sunday. No matter where you're at around the world, welcome to the show, and happy Father's Day to everybody. I know everybody's here a father, I think. Art, are you a dad?
Hell no.
Not that he knows of.
Hell no.
Not that he knows of, probably. He's got kids back in the States and shit. No, but no, I'm just kidding.
Little arts all around the world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, damn, this kid does reviews too.
Yo, what's
What's
up?
up, Chris?
Morning. Good afternoon. What's up, everybody? Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. I was just getting ready to say, I want to give a big shout out to all the dads out there. Listen, I see you guys. You're working hard. You're taking care of your families. You're providing for your kids. We see you. We recognize it. So today's your day. And yeah. And little side note for all the moms that are single out there that might have to fill in to be a dad. Happy Father's Day to you too. And yeah, so let's just go around and see what's going on with you guys. Kev, what's new?
Oh man, I'm settling down after a little bit of traveling. Looking forward to that 1-to-1 Han and Carbonite coming in the next few weeks. So making room, but more importantly, I've been inspired by Shane and Crippler. I am making room in the collection. I am going all in XM Transformers. It's going to be rolling this summer. So I'm getting things ready. I'm getting everything prepped.
You're ready to roll out.
Roll out. Yeah, I'm ready.
Baby.
Roll out.
I'll tell you the best part of that damn movie for me, man, when I saw it. Did you guys all see it already?
Yeah.
I know.
No,
I'm not going to say any spoilers, but like it was in a trailer, like when he's jumping out and he's like, Maximals, maximize, and they all start like transforming. I was just like a little kid in that fucking movie theater, but
It was
cool.
I had a lot of fun with that movie. Kevin, that's
so cool.
awesome. It's one of the lines that I was telling Shane this, I think last night. I always tell him it's one of those where it's like, I want to find more room because I love that line so much. And I know they're coming out with more stuff, but you know, room is room, but it's a
I'm just trying not to collect every freaking
You look
thing.
like you
man.
got a lot of wall space there, Crip.
you seen it? I'll show you guys after this, but I got a big old giant Transformer art piece in.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Shane, what's going on with you, man?
Not too much. Just busy working, and yeah, I got the kids and grandkid coming over today. Gonna hang out with them, do a supper, hang out throughout the day. Crippler, you sound like you just woke up.
I literally just, you hear the voice?
Hear your voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
We always catch him when he wakes up.
Brush
because,
those
like,
teeth?
he stays
I
up
did.
late.
The teeth, I did brush the teeth today, so I had
Yep,
time for that.
you're good.
I usually do brush them, but you see, it's early. Anyway, Shane, back to you.
That's it for me. Just looking forward to the show.
All right.
Got some good guests.
And Crip, Big Crip, what you got back there, man? You want to show that? You want to show that real quick or what?
Yeah, this thing is way bigger than I expected. I gotta watch the fan. I almost hit the fan.
Holy moly!
Nice.
Holy shit!
Where'd you get that, Crip?
Man.
I got it. CC recommended someplace. I forget the name of it, but
Nice.
it's a Matt Ferguson joint.
Nice.
Artist proof. What does that mean? I don't know, but she said it was. But yeah, I can't wait to hook.
Very nice.
I'm gonna put that up today at some point, so I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Anything else going on? You got anything coming in, or are you all transformed out for right now?
Nothing now. It's just waiting for pre-orders. So the Galvatron and the X-Force Wolverine, and then I don't know where I go from there. At that point, it's just sort of like
Whatever.
you're done, right? Like it's I don't know. This is the first time I got to this point, so like for me, it's more of like every piece that I see now, you have to look at it and be like, I'm not getting rid of anything for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
Until the next
honestly
thing
know
comes
how
up,
much
yeah.
I could contribute going forward, because it's just like I could talk about stuff I love, talk about other things and all of that good stuff, but this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to get my Transformers, my X-Men, and now I just gotta wait for the final 2 to come in and pre-order.
Yeah.
Crip, you've been talking for a while about new shelving. When's that going to happen? What have you? Where have you landed with that?
That's a great point. So now the next step now is like I got everything that I want in as far as the stuff that's available, and now I'm gonna figure out the best way to display it. So now it's just a matter of like, and to me it's gonna be customs, because if I tried a lot of, you recommend garage shelves, but it wasn't working for me personally. Pedestals take up so much, it takes statue space because you can't play with verticality too much when you're doing pedestals. So you lose a lot of lower or higher spaces.
I want to get one of those big square like pedestals that like Art has in his gallery. You know, the ones that like on wheels and shit. He's got custom ones, but I want to get one in the middle of my room.
Yeah, so you got a lot of space for that. Like I got a big old chair.
I got a lot of space. I got a lot.
You're limited on space. You don't want pedestals because, like Crippler said, you get one piece for it when you could fit 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I just want something to be in the middle of like.
Yeah, I know that's perfect. You got a great big space.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I can't it's good to like reviews or live unboxing on it. You know what I mean? You can move it around.
Yeah, because like this whole setup I got right now, I think I told you guys before, like I can move this whole setup I got sitting in front of me, and I can move it around in different spots. That's why I'm always kind of sitting in a different spot when you guys see me sometimes.
Yeah.
But I plan on, I'm not showing this whole half of the room purposely because I'm working on it, and I'll do a room tour. But anyway.
Cool.
Art, thanks for joining us today, man.
Yeah, man, dude. Like I told you before, I haven't streamed from my condo for like a year and a half. Last time was with Jimin and XM. You know,
it looks cool. I like I love the whole background and the lighting and stuff. And it's just cool to see a different view, you know?
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
It's okay, man.
Looks good.
It's okay. Downplays everything he has.
Yeah, when you compare it to the gallery, I can see how you think
it's not that big. It's not, it's okay.
No, it's definitely not, because you know I don't know if you guys noticed, I took out the dining table just to put all this display here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I don't use it anyways when I had a dining table.
How far is your studio from your condo?
It's about 30 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's about good 40-45 minutes drive.
Okay.
Wow, it takes that long to go 30 clicks.
Yeah, well, with traffic here in Bangkok.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yo, his regular setup at home is just as good as a lot of it's just like my little setup is everybody's
like that's my normal setup in the background.
That's like his setup, and it's immaculate.
Oh man, we're just messing. You know, you got an awesome gallery, so like we're so used to seeing like this 30,000 square foot freaking gallery that's super cool looking. But anyway, thanks for joining us today. Let's go through the chat and kind of see what's going on with everybody. Dennis Perez, what's going on, man? Happy Father's Day. The nice guy. I love this guy. Morning, everyone. Happy Father's Day. Benny Vogel, what's up, man? How you doing? Shane saying what's up to everybody. Anthony Kennedy, nice to see you again. He's got that name, man.
That's so good.
It's a strong name. Mitch, nice to always see you, buddy. Casual, what's going on? Who else we got in here? Ledge, what's going on, Ledge? We got Patrick Thomas, what's going on? What's up, everyone? Happy Father's Day. Casual nerds, Art with no hat on today. Loving the shoes in the background represent. Yeah, we were talking about his Jordans earlier. How many pairs of Jordans you got? You think
80 something right now.
Really?
Wow. Did you say 80? Wow.
Yeah.
I got a guy that I work with. He's like, you know, you ever meet people that just like collect shoes and don't even wear half of them?
Yeah, exactly the same, man.
Yeah. He's got. I've been to his house once. He's got like how we put all of this on display. Like he's got like a man cave with all his shoes categorized and everything. He's got to have over 800 shoes. It's a ton of shoes. But anyway,
A lot of money.
yeah, and some of them are in like the thousands. Some of those shoes, but
Yep.
damn, Art, I almost didn't recognize you. Yeah.
What's up, bitch?
Who else we got up in here? The Blue Collar Collector. What's going on, man? Happy Father's Day to you too, man. Anthony, what's going on? How you doing?
My man.
Thanks for joining.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What up, X?
All right. Anyway, let's start off with some fun questions. So today, just so you guys know, we're going to be talking about some JND stuff, the Superman and the Clark Kent that just came out that everybody's kind of talking about right now. We're going to talk about the Witcher statue. We got some LBS stuff, Ghostbusters, Terminator, a bunch of other stuff too. So we're going to just be winging it. But let's start off with some fun questions to kind of just get us primed for it. And I don't think we asked this last time because we were kind of going through it. But if you got offered, this came up with Shane. Shane came up with, I think, this question. But if you got offered double what your collection was worth, would you sell it?
That's easy for me, though.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And then I'll just go and rebuy it all back for less.
Okay, it was under the guys that you don't buy it back.
You can't get it back,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, you
Like
can't get it
basically
back.
stop collecting, right?
Yeah, but it's
Or
everything.
get out.
It's not like you
collect
got
other
like
pieces, just not
your-
the ones you sold.
your top. What'd you say? Say it
I
again?
said you could buy other pieces, just not any of the ones you sold.
Okay.
So you don't have to stop collecting completely.
Okay. Then I probably still do sell it and then just wait for the new one that's coming out in the
Fair enough.
future.
I was getting ready to say, like, that includes, so if we're saying, hey, would you sell your entire collection? That includes like your favorite piece. So everything. Would you
Yeah.
sell it? And if you got doubled the money, let's go around the horn. We know Art will. Kev, would you do it?
Oh, I do it. To me, the whole thing with collecting is the hunt. So yeah, I'd sell everything because I'm kind of getting to the point where Crippler is, where I'm looking around going, yeah, I've kind of got what I need, and I'm like sad about that. So I got to double the offer, and then I got to go and start to hunt down all this new stuff or go down a different path. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Shane?
Yeah, I would.
You would do it all, huh? Sell it all?
Yeah.
Okay. Grip? They're coming today. They're boxing it up. They're taking it out of your house today.
They don't like the thing is, at least for the stuff that I got, like I went back and got it because like I don't see the new stuff. Like I don't think they're gonna do a new magic that's gonna be better than that magic, sexy like that magic, because times has changed, right?
You would pass on the sale?
Yeah, only because like if I was in a financial situation where I don't need it, some of these statues I would pay double for to find them. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's like,
Okay. That's a
like,
different
for
outlook.
me, it's just like I'm
What if
like
someone says triple cash?
triple. Then I'm being. There's got to be. No, my collection is not.
But you can keep your art prints.
I would sell the art prints first. I would trade all those shits first. Yeah, like if it gets to like triple, then you're looking at being like financially irresponsible. It's a lot of
Right.
money. You can do a lot of things with it. But
Fucking
if it's
rights, man.
if it's doubled, no.
It's a lot of
like-
vacation time with the family for triple.
No.
That's a lot
No,
of
no.
lot of new audio setup.
Yeah. If I was in a place where I didn't have my audio yet, then maybe. But yeah, no, there's certain like I don't know, man. There's some pieces that are like, and if you catch me at the right moment and I really wanted it, that I would probably play double for. Not all of them, but some of them, and almost all of them I will pay a little more for. Not double, but a little more for.
Wow.
So getting that double, it won't. That is if I'm in a financially stable situation. Like if I needed the money for any other reason, it will hurt, but I will have to do it just to be responsible. But like,
Everyone had in the back of your mind when Crippler's looking for a new piece, he paid double.
I'm glad. But I'm glad.
him up
I don't
first
got
and
no
he found
space.
something.
I could have took advantage before, but now
What's up, Cash?
Art knows too. I did some stupid stuff sometimes.
What
Well, I'll
about you,
tell you,
Adam?
I'll tell you what I would do. I'll tell you what I would do. Well, first off, you're talking to a salesperson, so like I would 100% make that deal in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Because here's my thing. All of this is just really cool stuff. There's always going to be really cool stuff that's going to be better than the old really cool stuff most of the time. So if you're offering me double, that's going to be probably the most you'll ever get for all of your statues or any of your statues at one time.
Did you really love it then? If you could get rid of it?
No, but you got it. But here's the thing. If we were talking about individual pieces, it'd be a little bit different. But when you're taking all that money like that together and you can think about how you can reinvest it back into more statues that are coming out, it's really not that bad of a deal. Now, if you told me you can never have the statues again, and would you just sell it and never be back into collecting, that'd be different. I'd probably be like, no, man, that's a hard pass.
I think for me, the reason why that's hard is that a lot of the think about all of the new stuff that's been announced. Like usually the hype is when people buy like right at I'm pre-ordering because of the hype. Like I don't do that because a lot of the stuff that I like the new stuff ain't really doing it for me, right? So there's no guarantee that they're gonna come out with a better version of like a Starscream from XM anytime soon. Not saying they won't, but
I'm guilty of doing it before. Like something was like hyped up and I bought it and I was like, why the fuck did I buy this shit? Like,
if I had a whole collection of that shit, if I had a whole collection of that, Adam, of stuff I bought at hype, hell yeah, I would sell it for double.
No, I learned, you kind of learn your lesson after that. You know what I mean? After you do that and then you try to sell it, and then you figure out that it's a pain in the ass to sell depending on what it is. And then you're like, why did I buy this dumb shit? And
no, it's a great question.
Yeah, but, it goes. It happens like that sometimes.
It is a great question.
Yeah, it's interesting. Interesting to see. All right, so pretty much we would all sell except for Crip. Yeah. Let's see what would the chat do. Let's see what the chat says.
Crip is rich.
No, I wish.
Crip's got art money. I mean, even art would sell. So Crip have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I wish.
What's he saying? Crippler spend half on statues and half on 13.4 surround sound with the voice of God speaker.
I do have very similar to that in another room.
So it's interesting. I mean, I would sell it. I mean, I've seen people like sell their whole collection to buy things and then start collecting again because they just wanted to buy something really expensive. But
shout out to Blue Collar though, knowing about the voice of God speaker, which is a dedicated speaker right above in the middle, aiming right down just to give you that voice of God.
I need to get some good audio for my man cave up here, but anyway,
it's an Oreo 3D format too. So the format he's even talking about is niche and usually just in Europe.
Let's see what some of the chat says.
Dr. Rashid, happy Father's Day.
Rashid, sup you mofos, happy Father's Day. Grown men buying statues. Such a heroic nonsense Megatron. Yeah, we already saw that. Sliver, I'd box up statues. Oh, I'd box the statues up immediately, yeah. I'll sell that shit with no hesitation. Yeah, so it just... Yeah, I would do it. I would probably do it. All right, so let's move on to this next question. What would you collect if not statues? Would you collect shoes? Would you like cards? Would you collect?
I guess it would depend on what kind of money you have. Do you have your statue money, or do you have like?
No, I mean just like normal. Like if you're not using your statue money to collect statues anymore, what would you be collecting? Yeah, so the same amount of money or more or less doesn't matter.
Sports.
Kevin, what?
Sports cars based on my collection here.
Yeah,
nice vehicles in the garage, but that's a really good question. I guess I probably fall back to when I was younger. I got really into baseball cards and things like that, so I probably actually go not sports cars but sport cards. I collect those.
Sure. What about you, Shane?
That's a tough question. I really don't know. I don't know what else I would want to collect. I mean, there's some things that I might like to get here and there, but to actually collect hardcore, I don't really know. I don't know if there is anything. I got a bunch of hockey cards. It's a comics from when I was a kid that I'll pass on to my kids once I die. But other than that, like I don't. If I wanted to collect them, I'd collect them now. So
I mean, it could be something with cars, like say, because we spent a ton of money on these statues. You could be working on some like old school car, antique car. You're souping it up like a muscle car.
Oh, I know. I like
think about all the money we spent on this. That
I'm not mechanically inclined, so that's not my thing. I like to look at cars. I like to look at other people's cars, but that's not my thing. So yeah, I really don't know.
Yeah, I look at cars a little bit different just because of my job. But anyway, Crit, what about you?
Similar to Shane, like I already collected the stuff that I wanted before statues. So it was weird that I didn't know statues were gonna be the next thing. So who knows what will be the next thing if I do something after statues. But before that, it was like audiophile headphones. Like it just got like a row of them.
So you talking about headphones? You would collect headphones?
Yeah. Like so. Yeah, audiophile grade headphones is weird, dude. If you get into that's crazy. Where you're like, oh, when I'm listening to this certain type of music, I use these, and when you're listening to this type of music, I like these because of this or whatever.
Yeah,
like
you really don't know how good sound can really get until you test out some premium stuff from like a store like Best Buy or something. And you try out some new audio, then you're like, holy shit, my stuff sounds garbage.
It's a total experience, man. Like I was telling Thor this, that is like when you watch Star Wars, when you watch Star Wars in the theater way back in the days, and you hear the freak go over your head like the ship, and then pew pew, like, and it's just everywhere, and then you get home on your TV and it's like ping ting ting ting, and I'm like, oh, I want that, and I go home and I couldn't get it. So like my whole goal was to chase that fucking experience that you would get in the theater, and once you get it, dude, you find out that you don't take a lot of money to beat a theater. Like it doesn't take a lot of money to beat a home theater.
I'm gonna make one. I want to do a home theater downstairs in my house, because I don't know if you guys know this, but my mom used to live with us because she was getting older. We built her an in-law suite, but she's moved out now, and she's moved with my sister. She takes care of her now. So we got like this whole half of the house that we're not even using, and my wife's like, "Do you want to do a theater room?" And I was like,
Yeah.
Dude, it's something the family will get a whole bunch of joy out of. Like, and it's almost everything you do, whether everything you love is probably in a movie or some type of content that you could watch, which the experience will be enhanced because of the audio, or there's like video games you play that it supports all of the codecs, and you just like, holy shit, it sounds like this. And people who have it, they'll understand. It's not like you got to listen for it. You just be like, anybody comes over, they're like, holy how much could I get something like this for? You know what I mean? It's freaking.
It'd be cool to set up statues and stuff in there too, and I can kind of envision everything. And I would have to black it out, and if I do it, I would want to go all out, like soundproofing stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, Art, what about you, man?
Probably like comic books, omnibus, CGCs.
Yeah. This might sound silly for me, but I don't have them near me, but I know this sounds like a 10-year-old thing to do, but I really like those Dragon Ball Z cards, man. Those Dragon Ball Z cards are like crazy looking.
You've been showing them.
I know. I've been showing them like a little kid showing their parent. I kind of want to show them again, but I don't have them near me. But anyway, I would probably collect that and comic books, the normal stuff. I think all of us have common interests. This is why we all hang out together. So like we do a lot of the same stuff, but
everything with physical spaces is like my comic book collection is freaking long boxes upon long boxes. That is just so like it's weird though, because I need to take them out and start and figuring out like, oh, maybe I could display. I might take out some of the Transformer ones that I got, Shane, and sort of slab them just to have it displayed with them. But I got I'm trying to get rid of anything that takes up space right now, because like you said, like those comic book boxes are now taking up box space for the statue boxes and all this stuff.
Do you guys have comics now? Do you guys have a lot of comics or a handful of comics now?
Yeah,
I got a ton of them.
I got a lot of Spawn stuff. I used to read a lot of Spawn stuff, but I like the a lot of images or image.
Yeah.
I like their stuff, but
yeah, Mark Silvestri is one of my favorites, especially when he went over with the rest of the crew.
yeah,
The Image and did the Witchblade and Darkness and all of that good stuff.
the blue collar collector, a home theater is a game changer. I can't go back now. Just having a 50-inch or a 75-inch or a 75-inch 4K TV.
Blue collar know what's up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably just gonna do a projector if I do something. You know what I mean? But like those TVs are really nice too. I remember when plasmas came out. Remember they were like 10 grand.
Oh yeah.
Plasmas was my joint before OLED, dude. Like plasma was, they were like burning. So I don't care. I never got burning in them neither. I gamed.
They were stupid expensive, like retarded expensive.
So inky, the black levels and the contrast. I had that Kuro, that Pioneer Kuro.
Let's see, X-Men exclusives. I would also chase down all the X-Men Legends toys and the closest to statues, except they are $20 a figure, not 1,000 like statues. Yeah, I mean, you think about it's kind of scary. And listen, I love collecting. I like collecting statues, but it's kind of scary. And I know you guys have thought about it every now and then. You sit back for a second, you're like, damn, what? You know what I could do with all this freaking money? But then you're like, nah, I still like my statues. So like, yeah.
That's why you got to do all of the things you can do with that money before getting statues, so you don't have to worry about.
I don't know. Yeah, you got to make sure you take care of your stuff. But yeah. What's everybody else saying? What's up, everyone? Happy Father's Day. Yeah, so we'd probably all collect similar stuff. All right, let's get to this next question. Let's see. What was the worst statue you ever bought? Just like terrible, freaking terrible. You saw it and you were like, oh my God, why did I buy this? Or, man, the experience of this is not necessarily. Okay, let's keep the experience out. Just like, I guess you could.
Just like aesthetically, physically, the worst
The
statue.
statue itself is just like,
gotcha.
it was just the worst statue. Not like, hey, I had to go pick it up from FedEx and they lost it, all that shit. Don't worry about that. The statue itself, what was the worst statue? You were just like, man, this statue sucks.
So to clarify, QC issues or just when you got it in, it was all looked like it
one
just
that
didn't
pissed
do
you
it
off,
for
and then you were just like, man, why did I buy this? I need to get rid of it.
Okay.
One that you just didn't like.
Anybody want to go first?
Go ahead. Whoever can jump out first.
All right. For me, it's definitely Queen Studios Vision life-size bust.
Wow.
I don't have that piece, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
You thought it was that bad?
Yep. Even in my review, I said it was the worst life-size bust I have ever owned.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I think that was the one that I saw at Collector Zone. I didn't think.
Yeah, that's the same one. But
Really?
no, I hated that piece. I hated it. Man.
What made you hate it so much, though? Like what?
Just the material they chose to use and the color of it. It's just way too dark. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it just feels so cheap, man.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Anything pop out? I'm trying to think.
Mine would be the Vision bus for art. I didn't buy it, but I remember hitting him up. I was like, thank you for saying that, because everybody is freaking loving this piece. And I'm like, no. But for me, there's no piece that I ever purchased that I absolutely hated or disliked. There was some that did it more for me than I thought it would, and there's some that did it less. And I could say that as much detail and as much quality is in the Apocalypse, that pose is the one that just doesn't do it for me. Like, just the pose itself. Quality is on point. The switch outs are dope. It's amazing. But and the opposite is the Archangel. I thought that was going to be more of like, I'll get it for the scene, because sometimes one statue can enhance an overall scene if you try to put one together. It doesn't have to be the greatest, but I absolutely love that Archangel statue, and I didn't think I was. It was just more of like so it was a reverse of where I was like, man, I was talking to Shane about this the other night. It was like, It's not that it's a bad. I'm not saying that the statue is bad or whatever. It's just that I wish the pose.
Oh, that pose is
You see,
terrible.
hey, put Mad Jackals back up again.
Oh, the Happy Meal toy here.
Yeah, he said Iron Studios 110 scale Mystique looked like a Happy Meal toy. I sold it.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh man, that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, where the Superman's pretty
Weapons
nice.
space concept are good, even pose, but I bought it to help Todd.
You bought it to
Because
help
nobody
someone.
else would buy them. What
Oh,
a nice
God.
guy, man. The laser eye.
Might as well just give him money.
Laser eye pointer was
You
worse
kept him in
than I've ever
business
seen.
one more day.
This is like the nicest thing ever anybody could do. I bought it because it was so terrible.
Yeah.
You know, I actually thought about buying a statue because it got so much flack. I wanted to do a review on it myself. And it was that Superman. I forget who made it. I think it was like Sideshow Superman, the one that it had like a seam line right here or something. And it looked really bad. It was a premium format, I think.
Sounds like Sideshow.
I think it was Sideshow. And everybody was getting a lot of flack. I was like, man, I kind of want to buy it just to see. The edition size, I think, was like 5,000 or something. I can't remember. But anyway, Kevin, do you got anything that you're just like, man, this thing sucks?
Well, it was I had a series of statues from Sideshow, the 1/4 stuff for the new sequels of Star Wars, and after Rise of the Skywalker, I'm sorry, I was one of those who just did not like them, so I'm like, purge. I go, all this stuff sucks. Get it out of here. I'm done. And I just purged everything from the sequels.
Yeah.
My man.
But I mean, they were bad statues if you're into that. I mean, the sculpts, but I was so done with it after those movies. I was like, yeah, nothing. You cannot walk in my house. There's not even a BB-8 around here. There's nothing.
There's not. And all I do is sort of mythos and hot toys with Star Wars.
Mhm.
And I just pick. It's all original trilogy and a little bit of prequel stuff in there. I don't do any of the new sequel stuff.
Damn right, Crippler.
It's funny because we're actually talking about like the worst statues. We're actually going to talk about some pretty bad statues today. I hate to say it that way, but in my opinion, they're just not the best. But I would say for me is at first I really liked this statue.
Mm-hmm.
And then did you ever stare at a statue? You bought it. You're like, initially you're like, man, it's pretty good. I like it. You weren't necessarily like blown away by it, but you liked it. And then the more you looked at it, you were like, I don't really like it as much as I thought I did. Because I started noticing things about it. That's the Venom PF from Sideshow, the one where he's kind of like looking to the side and his tongue is out.
Yeah.
I don't like, the more I looked at it, I only like the side where you could see his whole face, but the other side kind of looks weird in the pose. And then he's got like these seam lines where you put stuff together. And after I saw those seam lines, I couldn't unsee them. So I'm probably going to end up selling them. Plus, I'm getting the Venom Arise by XM. So
Yeah, I love that one.
So I'm probably going to end up selling him off. But anyway, what the chat say? Did they?
Oh, they had some here.
Yep. We went through a few, but
Went through them already? Okay. All right.
There's
Well, let's.
only a couple. We already read the Iron Studios, and then there was this one.
What's that? PCS quarter scale Street Fighter Blanca. It's like, what the fuck was I thinking? Yeah, it happened. I think we've all been there where we bought something and you're just like, oh man. But I'm learning my lessons and trying to be a little bit more picky this time around because you don't want to lose money because you sell a statue because you made a mistake. So
There's statues I bought where I'm like, it doesn't look as good as I thought it was. But when I got into collecting years ago, I collected Bowens, and Bowens are just fucking awesome. So, and then I started moving up to 1/4 scale probably 9 years ago or so.
mm-hmm.
And I haven't bought anything that I looked at it and I was like, wow, I absolutely regret buying this. I can't think of any that come to mind.
Yeah.
Some I bought and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'll keep it too long, but it just, didn't go anymore with the
I think
collection.
there's a lot of ways for you to figure out if you sort of like it now, like with a lot of the shows and the YouTube stuff. Like I said, if you generally liked it when you first seen it, you're probably gonna enjoy it. When you get it, if you have to talk yourself into liking something, then you're probably not gonna like it. So
See, that's
avoid
a great
buying
point
that stuff.
that Crippler makes. And then it's a great point that Slifer makes. Sideshow Dark Side, the paint is terrible. So I've had statues that came in and I really liked the statue, but I didn't like the paint.
Yeah.
And I've just got them all repainted. There's quite a few statues that I got repainted because I couldn't stand the paint job on them. And now they're some of my favorite pieces.
Yeah. I'll be the first to tell you that I'm impulsive sometimes, and I'll pull the trigger on something. I'm like, man, I didn't think that through. And I'll admit it. Like, I'll be the guy that I'll be like, man, this looks so good. It's like, I don't even collect the damn thing, and I'll buy it. And I'm like, why did I buy this? So I've been trying to have more restraint about stuff like that. So, Ledge, I take double for any piece I have. Oh, he's answering the double question because it'd be a lot. And I just buy another I'd like or the same one. I just sold for double. Yeah, there you go. All right, we're going to go through some of these pictures. So we got this Batman bust that's, I think, yeah, from Prime 1 and Blitzway. This is pretty cool. This is just, I think, just the bust and the stand. So this is 1/3 scale, I think.
Yeah, it is.
What do you guys
All
think?
right, can you use those with the full statue? You
I don't
can't?
think so. I think it's different. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, see, when I see these, I just assume, what about like that Predator 1/3 bust they were selling? Can you not swap that out on the statue?
No, you take the, yes, you can.
Okay.
The portrait, I think, comes off.
Yeah.
Okay, but this you
portrait
can't.
does come off.
The what now?
You can't with this one.
I don't think so. I don't know. That's a good question.
Do a lot of people really want a 1/3 bust to put beside their statue?
Well, you figure you could spend $1,000 or $1,100, but say if you're, you just didn't want the whole statue or you couldn't afford the whole statue for whatever reason, but you wanted something really cool to sit on your desk, you got a 3rd scale bust that you could buy for probably, I would imagine, a couple $100. They sell it for more than that. I'm going to be like, why? But
the statue that they came out with, they didn't have the bust to come with it. Like the bust stand.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
No, he's saying they don't. I think he.
Okay.
Yeah, was that a question or a declarative statement, Art?
No, it's a question because I can't remember. I didn't pre-order this piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody knows that pre-ordered like the whole entire statue. Does it come with a bust stand? I didn't really look it up because I don't collect Batman, but
yeah, because usually Prime won't give it, right? So,
yeah, they usually do. But I think this looks, if we're just judging off what we see, I think it looks nice. I think it looks cool if you like the Patterson Batman.
I just didn't think there'd be a big market for a 1/3 bust. I didn't.
I mean, I don't know if anybody on the panel is interested. It'd be interesting to see if the chat is interested. I think Cece was interested because she really likes the character in the movie, and it's not as expensive and also saves a lot of room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, even if somebody had the option and they're like, man, I don't really collect Batman that much. Like if this was like $300-400, somebody might want to buy it just to have it at their desk at work,
It's $299, yeah. For me, I can't buy anything that doesn't have arms and legs.
Yeah.
Same here. I'm not a bust guy at all. Like I can appreciate when I look at people's busts and I'm like, wow, that looks cool, but it's nothing I'd ever be interested in owning.
I like the battle damage they got on the sides and stuff. I think this still looks great.
The texture and the armors look amazing.
Yeah, look at the portrait.
Really good.
The portrait looks spot on. It looks good.
The thing is, though, if you bought this bust, right, eventually you're gonna want the whole statue.
Right.
At least I would.
Right?
I absolutely would. That's the problem with these busts.
Yeah.
Like even the ones that you got are in the gallery. I'm like,
yeah.
If you put some arms and legs on that thing, but that should be a full size at that point.
All right, how tall is this in about inches, real quick? Do you know? Off the top of your head?
How many?
That's not tie measurements.
Centimeters? What I'm saying is because he knows centimeters.
That centimeter, is that not, that's roughly what, 12?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so about 12 inches.
Ledge says you need a good movie theater sub, Adam. You don't know what you're missing till you shake your home while watching a good movie.
Ledge knows. And the
True.
best is when you don't hear the subwoofer, you just feel it because it's
You
low.
just feel
like,
the vibration go
feel-
through.
Yeah. Especially when you're watching
feel
something
that.
cool like
I agree.
Transformers or something, you know?
Oh man,
All right, it's about 11 inches.
that's
11 inches? Okay.
Yeah.
So not bad. Yeah, I would imagine that this portrait just comes off and then you could put it on the statue, but the statue might already come with this portrait.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
With the unmasked too. So there's 2 different busts you can buy.
Yeah. So I think they're just trying to give a more affordable thing that they could just bust out and make some money.
Yeah. It,
Of course, that's prime one, right?
yeah.
It looks
Art, can
good
you
though.
answer
I like
this?
it.
Yeah, it looks really, 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 really good.
Which of the 2 Prime 1 Batman statues do you think is best?
Shit. Batman
What,
statue. For me, the Batman itself, I think special art, the one that I got, that's a really good one, with different portraits.
Mhm.
And that's about it, man. I sold my Bat Cave because I just not really into it. And the other one, the Farbok Batman.
I was getting ready to say I like.
Well, I don't really like that one. You know,
Farbok?
the proportions
with
just
the-
looks weird.
not the Fabok. What was the other one? The other guy that did it. It came out with the skeleton face.
Oh, the Vermeja.
Oh,
Bermejo.
okay.
I had that
Yeah.
Batman. I had that
Yeah.
Prime 1 Batman, and I liked that one a lot. I hated the comic, but I liked the Batman. So, yeah, I like that one in person. But if I was looking at this real quick, like if I just glanced at it, I would think this is the real guy.
Yeah, it looks good. I like
Let's
the
just hope
statue
they,
art.
just hope Blitzway come, like, you know, like the prototype.
Yeah, I know.
So Blitzway is a company that usually changes
Do the head
the
sculpt.
quality.
Sometimes,
Oh,
well,
it's
they've
hit
been
and
known
miss.
for, yeah, they've been known for having some like really good prototypes, and you're like, man, that looks awesome, and then you get something, it looks a little different in production. But this, so we got more pictures of this, this Ghostbusters. What character is this again?
Egon.
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 Is that Egon? I'm just kidding.
Oh, fair, Crippler, fair.
That's a handsome Egon. I don't remember Egon being.
Egon's cousin.
Look at this, man. This looks really, really good.
Looks good.
This looks like real fabric and stuff. I think this is going to sell really well.
Yeah, I haven't seen the textures up close. It looks really good.
Yeah, I'll show you more of it. I think I got some more.
What scale is this?
I think this is this 1/3?
No way.
I think it's 1/6 or 1/4.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on the.
I think it is a quarter.
Yeah. If it's 1/6, man, they really did a good job on those details.
I still struggle with the head sculpts with his and Ray. They're almost there, and at certain angles they're there, but it's tough. Anytime these studios grab onto something that is, you know, a person and try to get that exact replication, it's challenging.
Yeah.
You know, you stick with the comics and the cartoons and things like that, you get a lot more of a pass, but there's just something off about that head with me.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin.
This looks great.
What's the price on this? Anyone know?
Isn't it around $750, $800? I thought it was something not too bad.
I don't think it'll be too bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Those bases are bland. You could do so much with Ghostbuster bases, from the library to the end scene to the city.
I like the pose though. I like how he's holding out his I don't want to say the wrong thing because I can't listen. I used to watch Ghostbusters when I was a kid, but you're talking like, oh man, how long ago? 30 years ago? 25 years ago?
So funny story is, some of you know, I was in New York just 2 weeks ago. And I made it my mission. I hunted down the firehouse, got to see it. It was awesome. And then when I sent the photo out, everyone was like, oh, wow, it actually has the Ghostbusters logo on the building and all that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was cool.
Well, I come to find out the reason they did that, they don't normally do that, but they are right now shooting the new movie there. So it was just good timing on my part, but but they're shooting the film at the moment.
Yeah, see that portrait right there from that angle. It's
not all the way there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I was a big enough Ghostbusters fan though, and I knew what they were, I would still buy it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I would still be like, yeah, this like because all this like makes up for it for me. You know?
Oh yeah.
I think the base, the way they decided to go with a kind of just a plain concrete, I think just to make a big diorama. I think for the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't see many company that does Ghostbusters. So
no. I think did any of you guys? I know the HasLab came out with the Proton pack, which that looked actually pretty good. I'm not big on that, but I see a lot more of the kind of the life size pieces every once in a while you can get, but not statues. To Art's point, so
it'd be interesting to see how these do.
This looks like rubber gloves, like real rubber gloves. You know. Looks great.
Yeah, I think this one gets probably would get a pass if you're a diehard Ghostbuster fan and you're like, hey, I've got to have this piece. I mean, again, I've got Han Solo statues in my collection. Don't look like Harrison Ford. They still have to get the pass because I got to have Han Solo in the collection. So I get you.
I guess you could do it. You could display it with and without the
stream.
That's going to be plastic, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Got to be something lightweight.
No, that's real proton energy, bro.
That's real proton. Yeah, when you turn it on.
Yeah.
If it's white, it's going to be juice.
That's that extra proton energy.
Hey, you guys
see, protein, baby.
Did you guys see Art's unboxing of that bus, man? And the thing caught on. It was like smoking.
I gotta go back and watch it. I haven't watched that one yet.
Adam caught it, man. If I didn't say anything, shit
I'm sitting here like this, right? I'm sitting here. I'm watching you, and I'm like sitting here on my phone. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
The light went out.
Is that smoke? And then I was like, hey, and I wasn't sure if it wasn't smoke or not, so I didn't say anything about smoke. So I just said, hey, the light went off. And then Art turns around like, holy shit.
What the fuck? It went up. Yeah. Then the smoke started coming out of the actor. I'm like, oh, shit.
Anyway, yeah, this is a great piece, man. So like if you like Ghostbusters, oh yeah, you got more to it. Here you go, right here.
Yeah.
This looks great. Look at this mouth.
Yeah, that looks good.
So is this an exclusive piece that will come with it?
If you get the super duper ultra deluxe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks great.
Yeah, that fool need to brush his damn teeth. See a dentist. All of the gingivitis.
You gotta go talk to Dr. Mike.
I know.
Must be the British version.
Oh man. Oh,
Kev. So good.
Hey, so this will give you an idea how big it is when they're working on it there.
Yeah, that's just bigger than his hand right there. And that's just the ghost.
There you go. Oh, there it is. There's the dimensions right there. 10 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's 19.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to like about this piece. And I think anytime you're dealing with actor likenesses at any price point, it is what it is there when you're dealing with polystone or PVC.
What's going on? Nice to see you again. Thanks for joining.
Jelena.
Hey, Jelena.
All right. And this was the Gill Man. I guess they're making a black and white version of him too. Is what they announced here. So it's only an exclusive offered black and white. I think through Tweeterhead. So,
any of you guys Creature from the Black Lagoon fans?
Yep.
No.
All right. So, actually, hang on a second because I got more pictures of this.
Look at that Puerto Rican predator disrespecting that alien. I seen it.
So I wanted to show you. I wanted to see what you guys thought about this thing.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is the Sarah Connor by Darkside. I believe this is a 3rd scale piece. What do you guys think about this? The Sarah
Looks like
Connor.
a toy.
It might be the lighting, but it looks plastic.
Yeah.
Her face looks plastic to me.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
tell
maybe
you,
it's just the lighting, or
I got a couple problems with this thing. I think I like the pose. I like how they did it. The base is a little bit probably too big for what you probably could have made that a little bit smaller so people could display it a little bit better, but I still like it. I like how they got like the ammo boxes and weapons and stuff. But it's almost like it just needs another layer of detail, like another layer of detail to go across it. And it does look like a toy. It looks like a large toy.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of potential. Like I like her outfit and everything. It looks like the movie, you know? But I just think like, you see, when you get down here, like if this was a Prime 1 piece, how do you think they would make all this look down here?
It would have been crazy.
Other-
It would have had a lot of like war like print on it, you know, like warning signs and caution and like just
it would have had a
like
lot
that.
more detail. It's almost like they
Yeah.
skipped the last phase of
Mhm.
detail, you know?
Yeah.
But
like codes on it and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it should have been worn and all
Weathered,
dirtied
yeah.
up as well. Yeah.
but I like the
I
the
disagree
I like
with
the
you about the pose though. The pose, like I think, but that's just a personal pet peeve. Like those don't ever do it for me with the knee up like that. Like
Yeah.
it just never does it for me.
We do see it a lot, yeah.
I don't mind it because it's a military
Exactly.
mercenary type pose,
Yeah.
so it
Yeah.
fits.
And every time I try to get a statue because of like, you know what, those are the ones that I'm like the Captain America. Those are the ones I end up liking the least when they
Like
have
look
that.
at this right here. Like this is not great, guys. This is not. I mean, I don't want to bash it, but it's like I actually like the statue, but I don't like it. I don't like that they didn't put more detail into it.
No, it looks like a PlayStation 2
Hey.
render.
Also, why is the nameplate in the back?
I think you could pose it either way. Like if you
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
pose it from that way, or you could pose it the other way. But like, why would you want her to face the other direction? I don't know.
That's one thing I really dislike on statues are nameplates, period. I know who the fuck it is. I bought it. I don't need a nameplate.
Oh, they have the nameplate in the front and back.
That's what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, even better, 2 nameplates.
Yeah.
In
Yo,
case you
Shane,
really
I heard
forget
you like
what it's
that.
from.
Nameplates always give you a nameplate on a nameplate behind the nameplate.
How do you
Oh,
guys
she got a
feel how this
cigarette
look?
though. Look at that.
How do you guys like this?
Worse than Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
From
this
a-
looks great.
From afar, it looks all right, but
Mhm.
up close, not really.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is about like what they put on the skin texture or
texture,
whatever.
yeah.
Or maybe it's the lighting, but it does look like toyish.
Yeah.
You see this? Like this should have more like skin tone, flesh tone stuff to it, but it's kind of flat. But you know, if you got it on pre-order and you like it, great. I'm kind of being a little bit more nitpicky with it, but
So I just read some bad news. Fellow member in the community, Jay Cha, he passed away today. So just want to say rest in peace
No
to Jay
way.
and all the best to his family. He's a big member of the community.
hey, throw that up one more time. So big shout out to his family. We're sorry that you guys are going through a rough time right now. If you guys give your condolences if you can. But big shout out to his family. I'm sorry about that. Sorry for your
Yeah.
loss. All right. Yeah, so this is I think that's a hard pass for me. That doesn't look that does not.
I don't know, man. You know, I should be super excited seeing a Sarah Connor.
I still
You know what
think
I mean?
Darkside Collectibles really needs to prove themselves. They have not
You
know
can't
there's Star
go.
Trek line, some of the paint was sloppy, some was good. I'm not sold on them yet. They have not proved shit to me.
I just give you an example. You can't go from that to this.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Good.
Like this is perfection. Although I don't understand this because I keep being told it's not silicone, but it's real hair. It's not sculpted hair. So it's just glued on.
No. It's plugged in still. Queen Studio does this already.
Oh, do they?
With the 1/4 scale Joker that I have and the Catwoman, the 1/3 scale that's coming out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't own any Queen Studios.
Check this out.
I want to meet somebody that says this doesn't look like Henry Cavill.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Let me tell you
Fantastic.
something. Look at this, right? Look at this for a second. All right. And then we looked at this piece before. This is also Dark Side. And then look at this. This is supposed to be Neo.
They upped their game, that's for sure.
And he has glasses on. Like, how hard is it?
Yeah.
Eyes are the hardest thing to capture.
That is so bad.
You can't go from that shit to this and be like, yeah, that other statue looks great.
They
This
literally
is the kind of
just
shit that you're competing with as a statue company. You get what I'm saying?
for Neo, they literally just did not paint the bottom of his face to give him the shadow.
You know, it's crazy.
We're gonna go back to that other statue, but look at this. Look
He
at this.
got lipstick on. He got blush on his eyes.
Look at his eyes. His eyes
Look at
are odd.
Yeah.
Guys, look, I'm not about bashing.
Like he has no
statues, but
pupils.
This,
They're
is,
just
this
black.
is not good. You can't expect somebody to pay you. However, how much is this statue probably going to be? I think it was. Oh, we talked about it before. It was like $1,100.
Yeah, no.
I think it was $1,100. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was around $1,000 or $1,100.
There's zero details in the eyes, dude, in the white part. It's just straight up white.
But now maybe you got some licensing fees. Obviously, maybe it's not cheap for him. Now it looks okay from far.
That's what you want to hear about statue.
You want to hear?
I'm starting to hear that a lot too. It's so weird. It's just like
Two things you don't want to hear that about: statues and women.
Yeah.
it looks good from afar.
Well, you try to be subjective. You know what I mean? I try to
good
be
in the dark.
subjective because I want to find some good thing. If I see good things like this, honestly, it doesn't look bad from far. But like, I'm not buying it. I'm not gonna buy it and always pose it from far away.
Adam, JND looks good from far. So I mean,
No.
No.
Okay, start early.
right. They don't.
I gotta disagree.
Art would tell you just gotta see it in person, right? Art.
So
Yo,
anyway,
even in my video, I think it was good. Come on.
let's go back here. I'll go
He
back
just
to the
left.
Henry Cavill.
He took a shit and just left.
That looks so dope. Too bad they treated him like
This
crap on that
Statue is from 1 to 10. I don't think I've ever given a perfect score.
Yep.
This statue is a 10.
Look at the
I don't
armor,
care.
dude. He
That's
got
my
the wolf
opinion.
medallion.
This thing
From
is
the-
crazy. This is the third scale we're looking at first. This thing's ridiculous. Look at this. Look
Now,
at this.
do we know if it's going to have the changeable head with Liam, or is that too soon? Is it too soon? I'm just wondering.
Yo,
This is ridiculous.
I'm with you, Kevin, because he said the way the series going, I'm out, dude. He
Yo.
left us.
Yep.
I don't understand this picture, man. Why?
What do you mean?
Just to show how big it is, like this.
Oh,
Yeah, like you can do that for anything and you still can't tell how.
That's big.
would you rather the arms were hairy? Shout out to the Everyday Collector. Yeah, no. Another knee up, but everything else about this thing is freaking immaculate. The rivets, the freaking
I still like Weta's
No.
one better that they showed, but
Really?
The
likeness
Weta
on
one.
it is-
the
Oh,
Weta
amazing.
pose is much better than this.
Yeah,
pose,
I
but-
love the base and the pose.
Yeah.
I
But
like
this
both.
looks
I just
amazing
like
for
this one
museum.
so much
piece.
more, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
like
love
in a gallery, these work really, really well. But look
But
at
you
the
see,
look
they
at the
could get-
detail. This is a black suit. This is the Nilfgaard armor, and it's all black. But if you go to right under his ass, look at the different pattern lines that it got going on there, and creases, and the knees, the way it wrinkles and crinks there. All of that is on a black suit, and you can still see it.
Right.
The boot
exactly.
buckles, all of that stuff is dope. The way the little rivet things
crazy,
add
man.
to it.
This is
Now-
crazy good.
If I'm buying a statue and it's costing me $2,000 or $3,000,
It
and they
should
give
better
me
look like
this
this.
likeness, at
Yeah.
least now there's a discussion.
You
How-
would not.
How
Nobody
much
would
do
be
you think this
complaining.
statue is?
This one, I don't know. What is this?
What-
1/3
I
or
believe
1/4?
this one's like $1,000 or $1,100, somewhere around there.
Oh, then that
About
would be
11.
no-brainer.
I think 11 for the
1,100, dude. And this is my biggest argument. Sort of like the JND stuff. If their stuff
what I
was
was alluding
around that price, but this is knocking it out the park at that price, dude. Like, so I'm not like.
This is, in my opinion, like I keep saying, this is a 10. This looks like you're watching TV with the actor right there.
Yeah.
That's a statue.
So if they could do this on an $1,100 statue, I expect JND to do that on a $3,000 statue. I realize it's silicone, but still, like that likeness, that's the standard.
Yeah, if I was J&D, I'd be nervous that a company can produce this type of quality at that price point.
That's if they produce it though, because I keep hearing Blitzway. It doesn't
That's the
always
thing,
fit.
though. Exactly.
Yeah.
Tripper's right. Let's see the production piece.
Yes,
There's
my
two
life
kinds
said
of
the
tape.
same.
Hey,
We
but
got,
if we're being fair though, we can only judge off what we see right now, right? So right
I know,
now,
but
we
we've
also
been
gotta
bamboozled
learn
before by
from-
Blitzway.
yeah, they have, and I have seen stuff like change, but hopefully they can pull it off, man. This thing looks sick.
I never
This
saw
one
it.
and the Rock, I'll be interested to see because those are the ones that look really good from Blitzway, like the Rock's Black Adam and this. So once those start coming out in a while, it'll be interesting because I don't think their Wonder Woman was like their prototype.
I
The
was sitting there,
classic Linda Carter.
Yep. And that one got a lot of scrutiny when they finally actually saw the initial what it was actually going to look like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause that's the one I've been around for when it was like they showed it and was like, oh, it looks just like Linda Carter. And then when it came out, it was like, it's okay. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the prototype.
It's Blitzway though. Their prototypes always look better than their actual in-hand product.
like the Harley Quinn in the red dress. Oh my god.
Oh, Miss
I
Quinn's
agree.
Was it bad?
No,
I didn't-
Art's right. No.
Oh yeah,
Pretty bad.
I did. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go again, boys.
fool us once, fool us twice. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll see.
JND boys, rise up. We ain't gonna let Blitzway take this.
I'm looking forward to it though, man. I want to see it. I'm not gonna buy it. I wish, like I was a collector of The Witcher. I haven't watched the show. I haven't finished the game. So, but if
The
I
Witcher
did,
is my favorite video game of all time. Part 2, not even 3. The Witcher 2 is damn near one of my favorite video games of all
More than
time.
Shadow
this is the
Bane.
quarter scale.
Yeah, this is one
For
fourth.
story RPGs, yeah, but MMO Shadow Bane, all day, every day. But
What do you guys
Represent.
think about? What do you guys think about the quarter scale?
oh, that's the quarter.
This is the quarter.
This is quarter.
Hey, you
Which
couldn't
different
tell?
day.
See how the
You
pose
can
is
tell?
different?
It was that big.
Like somebody put their hands like this real quick.
They don't even say the scale. They're just like,
Yeah.
we have this and this.
Yeah, it's about this big.
It's coming out in
Comes in
here,
two
and we're
scales.
also coming out in
I
here.
don't know. I think
This
the pose
looks
just
killer,
way
though.
too still though.
Yeah,
This looks
the
so
pose looks like somebody's about to animate it. So like almost T-pose.
There you go.
there we go.
There he is. Oh, it's quarter. It's
It's
quarter.
Oh,
that
that's the
scale.
quarter. Yeah, that's the
It's,
quarter.
it's
scale.
definitely quarter.
You can definitely tell.
Thank you, hands.
That's
Oh,
dick to
jeez.
nipple, so that's definitely
Yo,
quarter
but
scale height.
look at how big the hand and the base is.
Oh,
The
she
base
takes
looks so
up them-
small now.
Yeah. Its same quality seems to be there. It's just that it's too still for me. That's why I really love. I appreciate what Weta did with the imagination and the creativity
Man,
of
that
capturing
movement,
the character.
Wave
They did it
medallions flying.
with the sword impaling one of
So
the
good.
drowners, and then like it's, if you look at that, there's so much movement to that piece too. The hair, the medallion going, and like they nailed it with the details, but it's not very creative as far as pose goes. But as far as nailing the likeness from the prototype and the armor and the detail, knocked it out the park. But I think it lacks creativity when it comes to pose, especially after seeing the Weta joint. that Weta joint, the more you look at it, the more you
It's
pick
cool.
up. More.
It's definitely really cool. Yeah. So I can respect it. Those are really valid points. Yeah.
I have a feeling that's going to be the case for a couple of pieces coming out this year.
Ooh.
Great design, but the pose is a little boring.
Yeah.
Those boots, yeah, man.
Those boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, those boots are gonna walk all over.
Oh, look at that! You can see liquid inside.
What was this? Do you remember, Crip? Like when?
Yeah, that's the alchemy right there. So each one of those are like there's mutagens. So he uses his mutagens to create the alchemy, and then in the alchemy, it will give them certain abilities, whether it's cat eye to see in the dark, to make them aware. And then the more toxic it get, that's when he gets the black eyes and just wilds out and just becomes them their full mutant.
You see how the
fact that they got the pouch there too.
Well, that's like it's filled. Like this one's filled, but this one isn't. Like he's been using a couple. Which is cool.
Yeah, that's dope. You have to pick a lot of freaking flowers and herbs from the ground to create those potions in the game. You just be like, mix them up. The chain, the base, the woodwork, the concrete, all of that stuff look really, really good.
So from XM, we had this, I guess it's a symbiote Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this already, Art?
No. I didn't even know they were making this. But
why they keeping things from you now, Art?
It's probably already in the mail, Art. It's already on the way.
It's probably in one of your boxes. You got.
Like, oh, shit, I didn't know I had this. I got to see more of this, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I still think I like the symbiote transformation better still from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
That's a I love that piece too. What's cool about this one, and Slifer mentioned this, is that it looks like the pose straight out of Marvel vs. Capcom. Like the like when it's just his animation, it's just always like
when he comes flying in, when you tag him.
Yeah, exactly. And when he's just regular animated, when you don't move him, that's how his posture is. So I don't think they're doing that based off the game, but it's a very similar pose. It's probably just a classic Spidey pose that they pulled from Marvel vs. Capcom.
I'm looking forward to seeing this. I kind of every time I see these teasers, I'm always like really interested to seeing the rest. So
that's the thing, though. I actually love this one. This is one of my favorite sideshow pieces right here. It's just sort of the attitude this piece has, just hunched over, is really cool. I love this piece.
Same one sitting over there, yeah.
Crip, I got a question for you. We did a show last week, I think. I know Rashid and someone else was looking for XM Emma Frost. Who was it? Someone else on the panel mentioned they wanted one too.
Casual Nerd. I think he just picked it up. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a good.
Wait, if it was on our panel, on our show.
Yeah, it might have been during an unboxing or something. I don't know. Someone mentioned it.
Yeah, I know Casual was definitely looking. I think he got his though.
Here's the Ultraman.
Ultraman.
Thanks, Ultraman. I know they make a ton of these statues. I don't know if anybody that collects it really, but
this is a character.
A lot of older guys, like Asian guys, they buy these pieces.
They love it, yeah.
This is the thing. I know exactly who Ultraman is. I know how big it get. I remember Bandai putting out games for it, and I know nothing about it, but he's so iconic that I know of the character at least, where there's a lot of characters I just don't know when I see him. This one I know who it is, but I don't know anything about it.
Art, what is your opinion about the Venom Hulk by XM?
Okay, I think it looks pretty good. I did a review of it already. In person, it looks pretty good. So I have it on pre-order as well. That piece.
Jelena, are you getting that? Do you have that on pre-order? Or are you thinking about getting it? I remember Ultraman fought Godzilla once or twice, right? I think I remember seeing him as a kid fight Godzilla. It was like two guys in a suit over like a paper mache city.
Probably just a kaiju.
But
he always fights kaiju.
But
I thought I saw him fight Godzilla one time, but I don't know.
Probably a mashup, something, but not really. But I gotta say that suit looks like it's a more modern suit than what they've been coming out with.
Yeah, you got like the shoulder pads and this stuff.
People give XM a lot of stuff because of their modern stuff. That is the reason I really enjoy a lot of their stuff.
I don't mind, like that Wolverine that you guys were talking about. That a lot of people, I didn't like that Wolverine at first. That black the X-Force Wolverine. I didn't really care for it at first, and Crip was talking about it, so I started paying more attention to it. And then I think you did the unboxing art. And then I was like, damn, that actually looks really good. It kind of made me change my mind. So it looks good.
Yeah. I can't
But
wait
I like
for
the
that.
modernization is what I'm saying that they put into their statues. It doesn't bother me.
Sometimes it could go overboard and and to Shane's point. But for the most part, if they do it, like the thing is, a lot of what XM does is how I think I remember them until I go back and see how simple shit was, and I appreciate the modern take on it. Because at your kid, they look bigger and better than like detailed like crazy because that's what you had until you go back and you're like, oh no, there's room for improvement on a lot of shit. So for me, when they do it right, it's good.
So this is
you know anyone looking for Dark Phoenix? I thought someone was
Rashid. Darth Rashid.
Is it Rashid too?
Yeah, Darth Rashid. From what's that show he's on?
He's on. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the one show he does.
But this is the June updated schedule, pretty much, of what's going on. You got Maestro, Venom Arise, Nightcrawler, Lobo, quarter scale, Megatron.
Megatron bus coming out.
Venomized Hulk. That's another big one. This Riddler's been taking forever, huh? This Riddler, this was supposed to come out a while ago, I thought.
Yeah. Well, no, it's been announced with like the same batch of things, like with their Nova, probably a little before that and stuff. So I don't expect that.
Oh no, not the Riddler. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Scarecrow. Did the Scarecrow already?
Yeah, it's supposed to be start shipping.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking of the Scarecrow.
But man, go back to the Arise one.
That's the one I'm getting.
So those are all, man. The one that one that's gonna be hard for me to. I'm gonna be happy for the people like Adam and stuff to get it, but that's gonna be the one that I'm like, oh man. And the Maestro, like Maestro is the one that I'm going to be like, man, I wish there was room somewhere.
Yeah. Are you?
I'm going to do a live unboxing of that, so you enjoy
Maestro.
Oh yeah.
Maestro, Venom, Lobo.
Yeah. I want to see. I really want to see your Venom one. Yeah.
Venom Arise, Spidey Transformation, and Maestro. I would love to join you for those, especially.
For sure.
Justin Sports Car, happy Father's Day, and thank you for bringing me so much joy this year, Justin. Every time I go into the other room and just see.
Here's the Scarecrow right here. I was talking about actually.
Oh, there it is.
Supposed to be shipping.
It's been shipped already.
Yeah. Anyway. Somebody tarnished my dreams of getting a full Fantastic Four. I'm not gonna say no name. The like seeing Thing and freaking Super Scroll. He was like, "No, you don't want to do that." I was like, "Why? They ain't never. Why would they come out with just those two then?" Oh my goodness.
What do you guys think about this from Iron Studios?
This is 1/10.
Yeah.
1/10 scale, yeah. The Michael Keaton Batman, basically I don't know officially what it's called, but like basically the Batmobile in the Batcave.
That's cool. It's a cool diorama.
It's pretty cool for a 1/10 scale. You know what I mean?
It's big too.
See the screens there.
Does the screen light up?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Does it?
It does. At least on that show I was on, they mentioned that it did. I haven't seen it for myself personally.
I mean, I can't tell how big it really is. I mean, would the guy extend his hands out real fast? I mean,
it got yeah. Can I get one of these, please?
Yeah, please. Come on.
Looks great.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool setup. Like I could picture it in somebody's man cave. It would look pretty cool.
This is a set and forget type of diorama. You get the vehicle, the Batmobile, you get the Keenan, you get the cave. That's all three things you would want at a Batman, right?
You could buy him separately too if you just want
Mhm.
him, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, if you got the space for it, it's a little expensive, but you do get a lot.
There you go. Dimension.
Look how wide this is. 29.8
inches.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's definitely like
30 by 25.
it's translated to this.
Yeah, it's big.
So, all of you guys, real quick. I grew up. I mean, the '89 Batman was awesome. To me, that's the Batmobile. But there's been a lot of great ones. What's the best Batmobile out there?
Ooh.
Statue-wise?
Yeah.
Just from concept, from all the movies. Which one?
This is probably the most iconic. This was based off the
I like
Corvette.
I like this one, and then I like probably this one first, and then I like the one from the Christian Bale movies,
Tumbler?
from the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Tumbler, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
This one is the most iconic for me, and it's probably because it's what I grew up on. But I did like the White Knight in the Flash movie.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, don't spoil.
It was in the trailer. It was in the trailer.
Okay.
I didn't know it was in a damn trailer.
Trailers are off on limits. Anything that wasn't in the trailer.
Oh man, come on! I don't even pay attention to half the trailers. I'm just
That
like,
is public domain. Public.
Well, Trip, I hope you enjoyed your last time on Collective Stable.
yeah, man.
No, I'm just kidding. It was actually the best part of it was when Hell came.
What you gonna say? I'm kidding, you movie.
Hey Shane, we got to give him one of these.
Oh man.
No, you can't.
It's not you. No, I'm just kidding.
When you going to see it?
I might go today, but I don't know. It just depends. Like,
Yeah.
depends on what
It's
my
Father's
family-
Day. Let your kids spoil you. Go to a movie.
I
It's
know,
a good
right?
movie.
Take me to a movie, kiddos.
I'm seeing it in 2 hours right now. So, yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Hey,
Nice.
so I told you guys I got that big theater by where I live, like the huge
Mhm.
one. Man, those are so cool to. If you guys ever visit, man, I'll take you over there. It's
It's a nice.
If you ever
theater.
send me a plane ticket, I'll come visit.
yeah, man, it's coming.
Oh yeah, my favorite Spider Gwen. I hope this piece looks awesome because I really like across the Spidey universe. but I
Talk
really wanna go
about-
with Gwen Stacy.
Talk about prototype versus production.
Yeah, she gets a
Damn.
little
I will say this though. I've seen
Yeah.
other pictures of this production piece in hand, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So I
Dude.
don't know.
There you go. Right
That's the
there.
angle of the camera. When you have the camera like really close
would
to
know.
something. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so
gonna
the
wall.
angle of the angle of the camera makes those teeth look like they're lacking.
No.
and overflowing.
Just making your face look really weird. You know what I mean?
Hey, Art, what about this angle?
Same.
Now,
Same.
now, look at those
He's like
teeth.
way up in there. He's so
Look
close
at those
to the
eyes,
portrait.
Art. There's no camera.
No. I'm just saying, like the QC. You already know how the QC is for
She
sideshow,
smoked the blunt,
right?
man. Look at her.
Yes.
But
There's
the
a reason
face,
Sideshow.
just the face itself, is not that shape. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's
I'm
a reason
just-
a lot of
I
sideshow.
I get
pieces
what
sell
you're
for
saying. I get
50%
what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
less.
My whole thing is the paint on the
Yeah.
eyebrow.
The QC on their paint has always been like that, though.
And look
Can
at
you
the
zoom in a
paint.
little more on the teeth?
The teeth is like it's black. You can see that it's not fully.
If you look
like this dark.
far left,
Just sloppy.
yeah, that tooth right there on the.
Look at that
our
left tooth.
What is going on with that tooth on the left?
She got a little
It looks
snaggle
like it's
tooth
half
right
a
there.
tooth.
No, she needs to use better lens on the camera.
She needs to go see Dr. Mike. This bitch needs to see Dr. Mike's stat.
Yeah, after he's done, he's be able to buy like $20,000 statues.
Yo, yeah, she got
And then he
money.
could sell them and rebuy them.
Yeah,
like-
but
Listen, I actually saw this statue at Collector's Zone. It did, and I can tell you right now, it did not look like this. Like I'm not saying that what he's posting is not,
what he
accurate,
got.
but
yeah.
what I'm saying is
Yeah, but
he probably got one that wasn't painted that great, right? But the one I saw at Collector's Zone was killer. It looked
That's
good.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I've seen some really good
Take
pictures.
your chance.
It looked like this. It looked like that.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be discouraged
doubt.
if you really want this. I would say still get it because I saw it like this.
Well,
When
you
I-
can
I wouldn't
always
even get it.
return it
I
if you're not
would
happy.
just put the other portrait on it because if you like everything else about it,
Yeah, I would
then
never
just-
have an
just
unmasked
put- yeah,
Spidey
that-
portrait anyway.
Yeah, to
That's a
me,
good
I'll put like this is a bonus. I want Ghost Spider, Ghost Spider or Spider Gwen. Put the mask on. You'll be good. Statue is great.
I'll put a paper bag on.
Ooh, I heard it could come with a paper bag if you get the super deluxe with the coin. That's a different one.
All right, let's get into this.
Oh boy.
So
One
we've
sec.
been waiting to talk about this, right?
Nah, I don't got my drink with me, right?
Fuck.
Well,
I'm not high enough to deal with this right now.
okay, so initial thoughts, right? Let's go through these pictures as we talk about it. We'll kind of cycle through them. What do you guys think about this? Now, here's the thing. Before I show all these pictures, a lot of people saw pictures that were from the video that they were taking. So it was a little grainy and it wasn't that great. I know this because I was starting to look for pictures for it. When it went up for pre-order, I saw better pictures. So I wanted to get, and I got better pictures I'm going to show you guys if you haven't saw them already, because it's up for pre-order. So there was a distinctive difference between the pictures. I'm trying to be as subjective as I can. I don't want, just so you know my train of thought, I don't want to say these are shitty statues. They look nothing like, I'm going to give my opinion here in a second, but
Well, when it comes to likeness, it is subjective because I've looked at statues and I've seen likeness and I'm like, that's 95+%. And I've had people tell me 60 and vice versa. So it is subjective.
It is. Yeah. I want to be as subjective as possible and kind of give my perspective, but I'm asking you guys right now, let's kind of look through these real quick, but hang on. What do you guys think of this portrait?
That looks like a mix to me of Christopher Reeves and Brendan Ruth.
Yep. I think it's just more like Brandon Ruth.
Like I give that 75 to 80% tops likeness. 75.
Are we? If we're talking, if we're talking about the whole
Get a
thing,
close-up. Here we go.
Just portrait right now.
just portrait. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's 100, but I think it's the best I've seen Christopher Reeves to date. Like, I don't think anybody came close to Christopher Reeves' likeness in a statue, and that's I've seen the sideshow stuff and some
and
of
I
the
agree
other
with
stuff.
you, Trip. But you know what the difference is?
It's not
This is
$4,000.
That's the difference.
Yes. No, and it always goes back to me with that for JND. Like, this is the one piece that I think does not look hard. Like, not saying they look that was wrong. I'm not saying all of this should look hard.
This is true.
This is the one piece that I'm like, oh man, no, it's close. It looks good. With JND, with me, it's always come down to the price, and it's not because you can't afford it. It's not because of this. It's just that I don't feel like I'm getting the likeness I'm paying for because I could get Hot Toys that literally have better licenses than some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. So for me, this one doesn't look as bad, but it's still not $3,000, if that makes sense. Now, if you take the whole thing, I love the tailoring of that suit. I like the how it captures like the 70s Batman.
You know it's all sculpted, right?
This is all sculpted.
It's all sculpted.
That's sculpted? What the fuck, JND?
Except the
You
cape.
do
Except the
tailoring.
cape.
The cape, the caper's mixed media. This is all sculpted.
I was just going to say it's not all sculpted, but yes, the cape is mixed media.
Then that's even more. That tells me like
It's
one of the
impressive.
reasons I like this because I didn't even know it was sculpted,
Yeah.
and it looks like tailoring to me. That's
Yeah.
very impressive. I respect it even more.
Kevin,
but yeah,
Go ahead,
that's my
Chris.
take. The Clark I think looks amazing, but this right here, I think it doesn't look as bad. If I was into this and had the money and was willing to spend the money on it to get that dual portrait, I would do it, but I'm not into it. So.
Kevin, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
My concern with the Christopher Reeves is Superman right here, and I would challenge anyone to go and look at a photo of Christopher Reeves in his Superman up close. But they gave him Dumbo ears, man. You look at those
really?
ears stop at the top of his jawline. I don't know why they extended it so far down.
Let me try to do something. Let me try to get a side by side if I can.
That's the part that bothered me. But
The
again,
ears.
I get really into that. I'm like, why did they bring those ears so far down?
I don't know if I can.
Yeah. And the hair I'm not tripping on because you can you could get your stylist on it, get your little cousin, your sister. you can make the hair whatever you want.
This is like kind of the closest I can get it, but
I've got some straight.
Guys, let me just tell you something real quick.
Talk to us.
This, in my opinion, doesn't look bad. This does not look bad to me. This, I get that a lot of people are saying, oh, it's not 100% for the price. I agree with you to that degree, to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I loved Christopher Reeves as a child. He was my Superman. He was a big iconic figure for me.
Yeah.
I would, if I was collecting DC stuff and I loved Superman that much, I would actually consider buying this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
like,
I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people are making it seem. Okay. I actually think it's pretty nice and it's pretty good. Do I think the likeness is 100%? Absolutely not. Do I think it's close to what Shane said? 80%? I would give it, it's not much from what Shane said. I would say about 80, 85% maybe. But it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad.
The problem is, though, you keep saying it doesn't look bad. And I don't disagree with you. But for $3,000, it better look amazing.
Especially after the Henry Cavill.
Here's what I'm saying is like
$100.
I'm only saying it doesn't look bad because I'm going off of what people are saying as a whole, like collectively. I'm saying it doesn't look bad. If my personal opinion is this is pretty close for what I've seen that's out there. I think it's nice. It looks good.
Like
I don't think it looks terrible.
Was $1,000 or $1,200? I'd say, you know what? The likeness, it's close enough. The sculpt, everything looks good. Like everyone knows, I joke around and I do shit on some JND pieces. I'm not a fan of JND, but I really do try to be objective and give my honest opinion. And JND does do some good work. I just think the majority of their work is not good enough for their price tag. And that's
look at that though. That looks pretty close to me. That looks pretty close.
I give it 75 to 80%.
Yeah, I mean,
which is great for JND because usually they're like 40 to 50%.
But I will tell you this. Now, you guys do make really good points because you can't have that Henry Cavill if it really came out that way and then be half the price or less than half the price.
Much less than half.
Especially now that it's sculpted too.
We'll see what
that level of detail. That's the problem. This is where it becomes. This is where the controversy comes in. You see statues like that. You see amazing details, almost perfect likeness, and then you see this, and then the problem is that you're spending. The retail goes for what? $2,200 or $2,000, and then they're going to the distributors, and the distributors are marking them up even more. So now you're paying $2,500 for it. A lot of people don't realize that you're paying $2,500 for it now, and then after shipping, you're at like $2,800 for one. Yeah. That's the problem.
Pretty sure one is like $3,000, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. The duo set is $6,000.
So let's see how much the pricing is. I think I got it.
I agree with Adam and Shane. It's a perspective of where you come in and how you feel about the price.
100%.
I'll tell you how much they are right now. I'm just going to go to Spec Fiction. Let's see.
And I'll say it again. If this was $1,200, I'd say the likeness is close enough and it looks like a great piece.
I agree.
Not for triple that or.
Oh my goodness! I'll put this in the theater room and have that classic representation for like $1,200. Have that card.
Sure.
And, oh my
100%.
So this one is $2,500
for the single.
$2,500.
Does that include shipping?
No, it doesn't include shipping. No.
Okay, so you're looking at say $3,000 with taxes and shipping.
Close to $3,000, yeah.
So for $3,000, it's not
that's
good enough.
That's the big problem that you have. You know what I mean? If I'm judging it off what I see, I wouldn't buy the statue because I'm not a collector of this. But if I was, I would really consider it. But I don't know if I would consider it for that price.
And I think the biggest issue with JND for me and how come I haven't purchased a JND statue is the price would have been irrelevant if I would have been like, I need this, I gotta get this. Like there's statues that you see, everybody been through it. Like you with the Predator, that shit's expensive as hell. Yeah, you ain't complaining about it. I mean, you complain about it, but you still bought it. And I don't think,
but I didn't really. I didn't really I complained about the price a little bit. Like,
No,
I
you
think
would, you would like it to be.
I think the Predator statues are overpriced by about $400 or $500. I'll be honest, but I love it that much that I really like it. And when I saw it in real life, like if I brought you guys to my house right now and I showed you my Predator statue, you'd be like, bro, that's a sick ass statue. Like, and I'm not saying because it's my statue. I'm just saying, if you're a statue collector and you see something like this, and even if you don't collect it, and you say that it's garbage, something's wrong. You bumped your head.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not garbage.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
No, and that's the point I'm trying to make is that, like, I love this Superman. As far not this statue, I love the Christopher Reeve Superman. That if it was like so damn good and perfect and great, you can justify anything to purchase if you really, really wanted it. And I just don't get to that level with JND. It's never like I could justify. I justify buying some stuff, you know, that it's because it does something for you and like you want it. But I don't get that with a lot of JND stuff yet. And I'm open to them doing that. Eventually, probably they'll do something where it's just like, oh man, that likeness is so spot on. It hits the nostalgia button. It's a character that I've been wanting. I don't care if it's $3,000. I'm getting it. I just never got to that point with a JND yet.
Some people got to have as close to 100% likeness as possible. I understand that. Mm-hmm. I'm just not one of those collectors. It doesn't, as long as I know what you're shooting for and it's pretty close in my eyes and I like it, I'll buy it. Man, but not everybody's that way. And I understand. Some people are like, and I know Shane's this way. Based off what he's saying, he's just saying, hey man, if I'm spending that amount of money, that shit better be damn near 100%.
That's what it is. It's how much money I'm spending.
And I agree with you.
The higher the price tag, the higher the likeness.
Yeah.
And also one more thing, the edition size for this is 500 each. So I think it's a lot for.
Wow, 500.
Yeah.
What's it normally, Art, for JND? Isn't it like 200?
Yeah, it's about that. No. It's a lot.
Oh wow.
But with the caliber of statues that you got coming out nowadays, you got to be careful. And when you're saying, hey, our statues sold out, but distributors got them and they haven't sold out. So technically it hasn't sold out. And then you put out stuff like this, which is, in my opinion, I like it, but you got other stuff that's in the pipeline that's like mind blowing, man. And it's half the price. You got to be careful because eventually you'll get to a point where there's going to be so many good statues out there because there's a lot of companies coming out with good shit that you're going to plateau. Your shit's not going to sell. You'll hit a wall. That's just my opinion. But
that's why you can't go wrong with comic book.
And that term, people need, like, sell in is different than sell out or sell.
Like right there, that looks nothing
sell
like him.
In.
This doesn't look like him from the side, no.
No. Selling means that it's sold to I'm sorry, selling means it just means that it's sold through distributors, right? It's selling.
Right.
And they sell in all of the time, but they don't sell out.
All right, let me ask you this. Now, we got to keep this in perspective too. I've never seen a JND statue in person. A lot of us haven't. I know Art has.
Art, don't want you.
Art, give me your honest opinion on what you think about these statues. What do you think?
Okay, there's a hit and miss. Like the first one I got was the Joker, which I thought it looked nothing like him, right? Mm-hmm. And I sold it. But after that, I got the Harley Quinn, the Bale duo set, and then I got Mirror. And I think they all look pretty good, especially the Bale. Kristen Bale in the suit, I think it's spot on, man.
Mm-hmm. What would you give Harley Quinn and
Harley Quinn? I think I gave it about 90%, because in the photo it looks like she has really big lips and big teeth, but in person it doesn't look like that.
Okay,
like you wouldn't even notice. Like you wouldn't go up there like, oh my god, look at her teeth. Like,
see, and I've heard people say that. I've heard people say, yeah, she's got big teeth and big lips and stuff like that. But you see now how you see that in person and you're like, man, I kind of thought the same thing, but it's not really like that. So this is why it's important to see things in person. But from what we can only go off of what we see, you know, we have it.
So this is tailoring, right, Anna?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they tailor this in the cape, but they made the suit sculpted.
Yeah,
So
I think
this to me looks this looks worth the money to me. Like this Clark, like while y'all was talking, I was just looking at it. I'm like, I don't know how much more you would approve. You could approve like here and there.
This is great.
But I love
this is
it.
like
I love
Kristen
this
Bale, except I think their hands are sculpted though. That's the thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, like Kristen Bale, it's the same thing. It's sculpted, but he got his hands in the pocket, in the pants.
Yeah.
So
like, this is freaking.
Yeah, this one looks really good.
Yeah, like
just from
I would love to have
video.
For me personally, I think the likeness is a lot better on this one. But when I look at this, and this is just my personal opinion, I don't see a statue. I see a doll. I see like a really expensive doll, and that's it. And that's not my style. So that's
I can understand why you see that, but
yeah,
I see a statue here, but I can also, when you say doll, like I get.
I wouldn't say a doll, like not like.
No, but you can say the same thing about Hot Toys too, right? They call me a doll.
That's how I feel about Hot Toys too.
Yes, but to me, to me, those serve a different thing. I honestly think that these are, if people who like Hot Toys, if that's their path, and then what really movie likenesses is what impress a lot of the people that come over, like with the Hot Toys, is more they'll look at like Star-Lord and be like, that looks just like him, more than any statue I have, because they're shocked that a toy can have that likeness.
They do a great job with likeness, Hot Toys, sometimes.
Yeah, and so I just think that I could see a world where if I didn't go into like more of the comic book stuff, that if those were not as expensive and I wanted to get better Hot Toys or bigger, I think JND would serve that. Like, with the crazy tailoring and the punch here and all of that good stuff. The problem is though with that price is that when you got dolls, because they are kind of dollish in a way.
Well, when everything's mixed media, like 100% mixed doll.
Yeah.
Now
it's American Girl.
Own it, but that's what
like
I see when I see it.
It's like going to American Girl doll and just putting this thing on. Because there are similarities there, but I don't know if that's just more of a subjective. Do you like that type of
100%
thing there?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So like again, right? If this looks like this,
even if it's 85-90% of that'll be great.
Yeah.
This now, like when I see all this stuff, this looks fantastic.
That looks really, really, because that's Clark. Like you got the sewer plate there and Metropolis, and he's going to work probably. Yeah. Daily Planet is probably right there. He's probably just stepped out the lobby or going to
Great
it.
Job.
Like you could just.
And here's the thing: what the JND, the problem that you're having is that people do like your stuff, okay? But most people, I would say, do. A lot of people do. You gotta remember. You start to turn up the criticism when you charge that amount of money.
Yes.
And then other people are giving really good quality or making really good quality stuff for a lesser price. So of course we got to compare to those things that we see. So yeah, you just got to take the constructive criticism and you got to kind of learn from that, man. I'm not saying, listen, if you're a JND collector, I know what JND is obviously trying to do. They're trying to say, we are high end. We mess with silicone, medical grade silicone, and we take hours upon hours to do this. But so do other statue companies, and they charge less sometimes.
And price doesn't always dictate high end. It
doesn't. But a lot of people
think so. Like that's what they'll label. They'll label it like that. It's expensive and make it so
cost better must get it.
It's your perception. If you had a product and you put it on Amazon and it's a $10 product, but you put it for $30, $40, some people might be like, when they're looking at other ones and compares, like, hey man, that one must be better because it's more money. How many people think like that? A lot. Yep. A lot. It's more money, so it has to be better.
It's the same price tag as Infinity Studio life-size bust. You know what I mean? So Which one would you rather have?
And Infinity Studios, I've never seen a piece of theirs and been like, that shit whack. It's always
all great.
Yeah, it's like makes some really good stuff.
So Art, finish telling me. I don't know if you finished saying what you were saying. What's your overall like? Do you like this statue? What do you think about JND? Do you like JND products? What do you think?
Well, first I think it was just hype, but after a couple of more pieces that I received, it looks better and better. I think they improved on their quality overall. So I continue to pre-order whatever they're coming out with that I like Wonder Woman, Superman, even though they could work on the portrait. Not this one. I'm not a Christopher Reeve fan, so easy pass for me on this. But I think also the price tag just keep going up. Like this one is a lot more expensive than the other as well. So I'm not sure what's going on with the price. But for me, it doesn't do anything for me because I'm not a fan of it.
I'd like to respond to something. So we got Dark Lord JND Hater, very biased, and we have where's the other one here? Yeah. So I am not I'm gonna just put this as nicely as possible. There's a lot of statues that I'm not into anime. I don't care for anime statues. I hate Bayformers, what he did to them. I don't collect Bayformer. I don't collect busts. I don't like life-size busts. But I could look at those when people collect them and go, wow, that looks really good. It's not my style. It's not what I'm into, but it looks good. Some J&D does look good. I admit that. Nothing I would ever buy. It's not my style. I don't like 1/3. I don't like mixed media. I don't like silicone. I don't like movie likeness. But for the price, they're missing the target, in my opinion. I'm not biased against them. I'm giving you my honest opinion. Clearly, Cypher is biased for them, and that's fine. You own them. You feel defensive because you spent a shitload of money on statues that I'm saying don't look worth the money. That's fine. I'm sure there's statues I own that you would say, fuck, I would never buy that. I don't give a shit. That's fine. You can not like whatever you want. But I'm not against JND. I'm not against all Bayformers and Prime 1. It's not my style. But if I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say for the price, it doesn't hit the mark most of the time, in my opinion. But I'm not a JND hater. I just think they're overpriced for what they produce, in my opinion.
I want to piggyback off that for a second, okay?
That was well said, by the way, Shane.
Yeah, it was. So I'll tell you this. On this channel, you got to remember, when I talk to these guys backstage and stuff like that, and we give our opinions about things, I'm never going to tell somebody on the channel to be like, hey, man, don't say this, don't say that. I want to agree. I'll never say that. And I know that's not what Cypher's trying to say, but you have to understand, I would rather watch a channel where people are being open and honest and giving their honest feedback about something. Sometimes we don't like hearing that. Now, I understand what some people are saying, and I'm not saying what Cypher and what Shane are talking about. Generally speaking, sometimes when we hear something and we don't like the opinion, we get a little upset about it. But I can understand why people get upset sometimes if it sounds like someone might be like, man, if it sounds like we're saying, hey, this is trash. We're not trying to say anything is trash. I think whatever you collect, love what you collect. But this is where we give our honest opinions, and I want everybody to be open and honest about it. So yeah, this is an open forum where you can say what you want.
And I never said people shouldn't buy JND. I never said if you buy it, you're a fucking idiot. Never. I always say buy what you love. But you're watching a statue. You're watching a statue show where we show pictures and we give our opinions about statues.
Right.
Do you want me to say, oh yeah, I think every statue is amazing? If you want that, go look at other channels where they get free statues and they give that bullshit all the time. You're not going to get
honestly, it wouldn't really bother me though. You know how many I've had people tell me like, Adam, you're crazy. You bought a $3,500 Predator statue. Like, who does that? I'm like, me.
But
I like it. You know what I mean? So,
what
Shane,
Cypher's saying too about the
in
bias.
person, though
Okay.
correct, respect your personal opinion, but surely you should see one in person. I would love to see one in person. And again, what I'm going by is from pictures because no one I know owns one. I would love to see one in person, and maybe in person I would say, wow, I feel differently. All I could go by are the pictures, but even from the pictures, there's nothing that's even come close to wowing me for the price tag.
let
That's
me ask you
all I'm
this:
saying.
what would you rather somebody? Would you rather somebody just not give you their honest opinion?
Yeah.
You
What
what?
would you rather me say? Pass. I won't say anything. Of course, I got to give my opinion.
But listen,
I mean, if you love a company and you're such a dick rider that if someone says anything against it because they just don't like some of their pieces, then maybe you shouldn't watch these shows if you're going to get upset about it. I'm just giving my honest opinion.
I don't think it's to that point, but like it's one of those things where it's just like it's really not that big of a deal. We're giving our honest opinions, and you know that's the way we like to keep it.
The only thing the shows can do a little better is probably get somebody who owns it on the show, but to have somebody like filter what they say, an honest opinion about if it's a picture, whatever is being shown, you should be able to say your honest opinion about it. And everybody has a bias. That's what leads you to the type of things you collect, is your biases for those things. But the only thing is like Art. That's why Adam did a good job of just trying to say, Art, what do you think about this? Because he's owned them, right? Get his opinion out there as well. But that doesn't change Shane's opinion of what he has access to evaluate these pictures on a show that discuss all this stuff. Right. Another thing we could do is just not discuss JND at all.
That could be an option. We haven't seen them in person.
Here's the facts. The facts are, I'm going to go back to it again. Forget perspective. Mm-hmm. The facts are that you have really good quality statues that a lot of competitors are coming out with that are really good statues that a lot of other people like. Statue collectors can only buy so many statues. We can't buy everything unless, some of us can, some of us can't. But here's what I'm saying. If you are buying these statues, right? If you like whatever you like. But JND has to realize when you're setting these price points and people are spending their hard-earned cash that they work really hard for, yes, we are going to give our honest opinions about something that we feel, me or other people might feel that is a little bit more overpriced in our opinions than something else that you could get for half of the price that's just as good. So yeah, you're going to talk about that kind of shit, especially when you're charging that kind of money. That's just a fact. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't mind, if you like the character that much and you spend that money on it, great, buy it. I do it all the time. We all do.
How much shit I get for liking stuff a lot of people don't. It literally doesn't bother me at all.
We shit on Crippler all the time, jokingly.
All the time.
And at the end of the day, I always say, buy what you love, not buy what I love.
Let me ask
you more than somebody who just says they like something because they think it's going to make me feel better. No, like that's
watch this. Art, does it bother you when people might say, man, JND they look like dolls. I don't know why you would buy that, whatever. Does it bother you?
Nah,
there you go.
Doesn't bother me at all.
There you go.
But I am agreeing one thing though with Shane. It is overpriced. That's for sure.
It is.
And he buys them.
Based on what we see.
And that's our biggest criticism.
It's overpriced.
This thing. I always said if these are $1,200, $1,300.
Yeah, you said it multiple times today.
That's the price point, but they're too expensive.
I bought a statue,
in my opinion.
I bought a statue that's $3,500. I still bought it. I still knew it was overpriced based off what I like, and I still bought it.
And it ain't just J&D. We just crucified Sideshow Spider-Gwen right here. Because
have you watched those shows in the XM Studios and what we're saying about them? Like, we're just being honest. And I have 20-something XM
exactly.
statues. Well, I love XM.
This home room is XM.
And
this
guys,
whole room is XM, and we criticize XM more than anything.
And they're my favorite licensed company. And
100%.
The only reason why we're talking about this, guys, is because I feel like the community, not just us, the community is very split on this topic with JND. Mm-hmm. And based off what we know, JND doesn't always have the most tact when they explain things and how they come out with things. So it stirs more controversy, but this is what makes it great, right? Like these statue chats that we have something to discuss, and we all are sharing our own opinions. But
Absolutely.
But one person I haven't heard from yet, too much of, is Kevin. So
Yeah,
I'll
he's
let
laying
Kevin.
low. He's a closet JND boy.
So Kevin,
Come out.
honest, I'm coming out. What is your honest opinion?
He's coming out. Celebration.
Come and get out of that JND closet.
Yeah, here we come.
Overall,
You know,
what do you
I
think?
think you guys you've hit the nail on the head. It's your every time you raise your price point, no matter what it is, whether it's a car or whether it's a statue or whatnot, is going to take the next level of scrutiny. You know, so yeah, to me, if you're gonna raise your price point to that, you better be ready for it. You better bring your game. And, you know, right now, yeah, these are photos and stuff like that. And I'll be the first person to say, anytime I see a statue in person, whether it's a prime one, a sideshow, whatever, it completely changes my perspective of it. I really do like seeing things in person, but I haven't seen a JND in person yet. So
Do you feel that it's overpriced?
What?
You feel that it's overpriced?
I do. And we've talked about price points before, and I'm usually around the 2,000 mark. After that, I start raising an eyebrow going, what really dictates that to go above that price?
Yeah.
And I haven't seen a lot out there. You know, we talked about Transformers a little earlier. That one, I can make that argument because I see all those minute details in those statues, and I'm like, well, that kind of dictates that. But
Yeah.
you know what some of the guys have said, you know, when you have the silicon on just the head or something like that, does that dictate, you know, $3,000? I don't think so.
I give
To
this
some
statue
people it may, and
Max-
to some people it won't. And
max
that's
price,
what
I
it
would
is.
say. How much would you guys say this statue should cost?
How tall is this? 20
I don't know. Did they show
Threes?
the hands?
or 28 inches? 24 inches?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's hard to say because I don't know what goes into making it, and like, is it people versus machines and all of this? I don't know what the labor cost of it all is. I just know the final product doesn't give me that. Oh, I gotta have this energy
If
at
you-
$3,000.
If they were charging, $2,000, $2,000. I'm not saying that it
26,
should
27 inches
cost
with the base.
$2,000. I'm saying if J&D would charge $2,000, I think they would. You know, that might be a lot more reasonable than
Yeah.
$3,500. You know what I mean?
I'd say 15 or less.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I would pay
12 to
similar
1,300.
pricing to like that Henry Cavill and stuff like that. I think that's honestly where it should be. I mean, I'm looking at quality here, like, and I don't know what the cost is for different material. I admit that, but like, you know, if I was them and I heard people talking about price and not this selling out stuff that they keep saying, I would say, hey, you know, maybe we should make this stuff for $2,000. I think people would buy it even more and we'd be a little bit more popular.
And I think we do
Well-
this. You know how when you get a goldfish and you put it in the water for a while because you got to get the temperature going. Like keep it in the bag
Yeah.
so they could get the temperature.
I can
I think,
acclimate.
yeah, acclimate to it. I think that's how we are with these prices. Look at the prices we're talking for, and then I'm guilty of it. A lot of the stuff we bought is very expensive, but
Yeah.
when you break that point that you said you won't break, now you did it. And so you went from $300 to up to $3,000, and that range is skewed. So when you be like, $1,800 is still expensive, I would take $1,500 for both of these, you know, and that's still $1,500. But to everybody, that's different. But it's like, but like I said, the things you love and see, you justify. And then I just haven't.
All right. How much do you think this should cost?
No more than 23, I say. Yeah,
For
about
both or just
2,300.
Yeah.
Is that all in or plus shipping? Because right now it's 25.
Yeah, all in for everything.
Oh, all in. Okay, so about $700
it shouldn't
left.
be more than
All
that.
in. Okay.
Walton is
Like-
saying sometimes I think people.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Sometimes I think people who say you need to see it in person are YouTubers defending a piece that got it for a showcase or
No.
wanting to get them for free. for a free showcase.
Yeah, Art, why you keep doing that, Art?
Yeah. Why do I not get anything free?
Dude, I'm kidding, of course.
Yeah, you know me. I don't want anything free. I don't give a shit. I'll say whatever, and usually I will not justify the price. It doesn't matter who it is. It's always too expensive for what it is. But I will tell you, like, how good it looks, how, the likeness. If it's there, I'll definitely tell you. But if it's not, you will know it from me too.
So even Cypher agrees that JND's overpriced. Then what are we even debating? Like, that's all I'm saying. They're overpriced for what you're getting.
I will tell you this, Cypher. I appreciate that a lot of people sometimes are afraid to share their opinions because they don't want, they're afraid of what other people are going to say.
Yeah, never do that.
I appreciate the fact that you stepped up, you said your opinion, and you weren't afraid to tell everybody what you really thought.
And there's a lot of people like him that think like him too. So it's just sort of like.
This is a great point about the base. The base is so simple, except the Cavill. That's got a big base, isn't a rocky base or something?
Yeah.
But yeah, like the base is so simple. You're paying that is a great point. You're paying $2,500-$3,000 for a statue that has like the tiny little circle base, or square base. I don't know. I just don't think you're getting your money's worth, in my opinion.
Let me jump in real quick. I'm just going to put on my marketer hat for a second and go, you know what? JND, they've taken some heat. They've taken, a lot of questions around the quality and stuff like that. If I was them, I would make the investment and I would show up at San Diego Comic-Con and I would have my lineup ready to go where you have thousands of people and go, look at it. Let's redeem ourselves, money, and let's be a vendor and let's show our stuff off.
Yeah.
I don't think they can do that because they don't have the license in the US.
Oh, they don't? Yeah, you don't want to go there then.
Yeah. They should fly every one of us in the community, everyone in the chat, over to wherever the hell they are.
And we should all meet at Arts Gallery.
Yeah.
Or you can fly to South Korea.
Take us to South Korea because we know they built different there.
Oh, bro, let me tell you, one of the best countries I've ever lived in was South Korea. I lived there for 3 years. It was amazing.
Yo, they K-pop is on point.
Yeah, it really is. They got a strong following, bro.
No, I ain't. Yo, let's listen to Stray Kids. They hit hard, better than this. Stray Kids, new album just came out. Check it out.
We're gonna move on because I don't want to. Oh, guys, we got about 40 people watching right now. If you guys can hit that like button, if you like. If you like what you're seeing today and kind of support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Only if you like
that like button like it was Gal Gadot.
Only if you like it. And if you dislike it, feel free to hit the dislike button if you didn't like what we said.
And just I hear it all the time. It is Gal Gadot. She said it multiple times in interviews. It's DOT dot at the end of her name, but everyone says Gal Gadot, assuming the T silent. It's actually Gal Gadot from her lips.
There you go, guys. Now say it right.
Well, no, like we was talking this morning when we woke up and having breakfast and stuff, and she said it's Gadot. So it's all good.
I'm sending this to your wife.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know.
100% dead serious about K-pop. I'm just kidding.
No, I ain't lying, dude. K-pop is shit.
Bro, let me tell you something. When I was in Korea, there was a place called Gangnam. And a lot of people didn't know anything about Gangnam, right?
Until that song came out.
Let me tell you something. I was in Korea. I was stationed in Korea when Gangnam Style came out. And it was like, bro, like they thought that guy was like basically God, man. It was like crazy. Yo. And so Gangnam is basically like an area in Korea that's like, it's like the Hollywood of the United States. You know what I mean? It's a really popular
tourist spot, right?
Yeah, it's a big tourist spot. And when we were younger, we used to go to clubs down there all the time. And the clubs are crazy down there, right? So when that song came out, it was like, it sent ripples across the world, man. But in Korea, shit, they heard that shit come on and it was like,
yo, Adam, crazy, YouTube bro. God's Menu from Stray Kids, son.
Sup, Kyle? You know, JC is coming to see me the end of the month, right? Next week, probably.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He's coming here with his wife for their anniversary.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's nice, cool. Man. Yeah, let us know how it goes. That's really cool.
Oh no, I think we're gonna find a night that he's gonna be staying in my house. We're gonna drink some beer and do a live show, and we're gonna review the DC stuff.
Oh, that'll be sick.
Awesome.
I look forward to that.
Yeah, I'll be there with some beer, man. I'll watch you
Jay
guys.
is one of the best guys in the hobby, man. I've talked to him for years, and he is
nice guy. Very nice guy.
What a great guy.
Let me
That's
tell
a
you,
person that you could give criticism.
Too
to.
nice, I think too nice.
There is a such thing as being too nice. Yes,
I agree with that 100%. Art.
but you know that tells you what kind of guy he is. You can look at people a lot of times and not really know them that well, and just see like, okay, this guy's kind of a jerk off, or hey, this guy, I could tell that this guy is genuinely a nice guy. You know what I mean? And I can tell Jay is that way, because here's the thing: he doesn't have to share all these photos with us. He really cares about what we think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He really cares about what we think. He shares these. He's got like this select group of people that he sends these photos to. And
by select group, you mean like everybody?
Basically, but you know, like right after I came out with the Iron Man review, he basically tell me, dude, can you send it to me right now so I can fix everything? I'm like, dude, don't go by what I just
but
review.
You know what I mean? Dedication. That shows the dedication was to fix it.
Yeah,
sometimes
try to listen to everybody.
Yeah.
And, you know,
you listen to one person. Like, think about this. There's people who really love Kingdom Come style Alec Ross, and people who don't. When you listen to one, then the other person is upset.
Right.
And like, and
like
then
Tripler's a big Alex Ross fan. I'm not an Alex Ross fan at all. So that's a perfect example.
That's almost like how people come to a car dealership and they go, I usually sit them down and I ask them what's really important to them, like what are their needs, and then really what are their wants. Because you got some people that come in sometimes and they go, man, so I asked them, hey, what are you looking at? They go, I'm looking at a pickup truck, and I was looking at your Porsche, and then I was also looking at that Honda Civic. And then I'm like, damn, those are completely different. Like, so my point is that sometimes people don't know what they want, and you got to tell them what they need and what they want in some cases. So it's not good to always be a nice guy and just listen to everybody. But
yeah.
Crip, what do you think John would think about that fucking arm hair?
Yo, I won't think he's gonna display a different torso. That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Well, LBS, you get those options.
Let me ask you guys about this LBS statue. What do you guys think about this, man? They're starting to circulate.
It looks like
I can't wait to see more. I mean,
these are the bone, right?
Bone claws.
Yeah, the bone claw, and it does kind of have the switch out metal claw as well.
What I like about this, it's a very feral looking Wolverine.
And y'all know that's how I like my Wolverine. I don't like the anatomy being like Hugh Jackman or freaking. I'm up a mutant. Yeah, I like a mutated freaking mutant beastly 5-foot Wolverine. So I like the direction he's going.
Oh, just for John? Should I take it down then? Here.
Yo, what up? What is those little heads? Oh, look at Spidey.
Oh, Peter Parker. Oh, damn! I hate these things looking so good.
These look really good, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be like 5 different portraits.
This looks really nice.
Yeah. I just wish they started painting the prototype already, man.
Yeah.
You could tell it's gonna pop, man. I really like how this looks.
Actually, this is probably, and I didn't think I was, but this is probably the one I like the best so far, as the different torsos.
You guys
just
have
because you see so many of the other ones with the mask and all of that stuff. So
you guys have seen the tease of the base, right?
I don't think so.
I don't recall.
I mean, yeah, because they did, like Jay did, kind of tease the base a little bit. It's a Savage Land base, so it's gonna be colorful.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Sinister colorful?
Nah.
Nah, son.
Nah.
One more thing, and then we'll wrap it up. Here we go. Right here. I almost forgot about this. Can't forget about this. This is from Sideshow. They got their Wonder Woman. What do you guys think about this?
Nothing for me, bro.
My problem with this is I love, and let me finish when I say this. I love XM's Wonder Woman, the body. I love the outfit, the classic outfit. That's my Wonder Woman. I don't like this Gal Gadot Wonder Woman look, but the portrait was emotionless. This, she's under attack, and she's posing for a fucking magazine. It's the same thing.
I was telling me that people were saying, "Now this is how you do emotion," and I'm like,
I don't get it. What emotion?
That's what I'm saying.
It looks like she's in a perfume commercial.
Is this supposed to be Gal Gadot or
no?
It's like a comic version, right?
Loose interpretation.
But
I just don't get it. There's no fucking expression, no emotion.
No.
But the movie, this is the movie outfit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the movie outfit.
It's inspired by the movie outfit.
But I don't get it. They're shooting bullets at her, and she's like,
"Yeah,
I'm Wonder Woman."
Like, it doesn't make any sense. Who the fuck are these artists that have
know,
no emotion?
I didn't really notice that until you mentioned it, because this is not what I collect either. But yeah,
I mean, the statue itself looks cool, but
this would probably not be
with XM.
This would probably not be a bad portrait on a different pose, but
that's
yeah.
Do you guys know, is that uplighting going on there, or are they trying to do like the Darth Vader mythos where they actually paint in the lighting?
No, it's the paint. I think it's the
it's
paint like the Captain America.
Like right here?
Yeah, on the hair.
Oh no. That's
on the thighs he's talking about, I think, right?
No, I think on the ricochet of the bullet.
Bird Adam, look at you getting in there.
Just
getting on that tender
room. Can you get a little closer? Yeah, can you move that? I just want to make thank you.
Okay, there. That's
Happy Father's Day.
Crippler's gonna buy the scratch and sniff edition.
Okay, I changed my mind. I kind of really Yo.
Buddy, if they had one, it would sell out. Have you seen these thirsty fuckers in this hobby?
Especially if you do a JND version of that. Woo, silicone, scratch it, smell it, rub it down. Oh no.
Anyway, we're hitting just over 2 hours. We'll wrap it up. I know time kind of flies while we're having some fun here, but that's basically all I got today, guys. Did you guys want to say any last words, Kevin?
Oh no, just again, hey, everyone have a great Father's Day, and love these kind of chats, man. I love when we kind of dive in. So continue to encourage all the listeners, everyone. Just keep weighing in, man. This is good stuff. This is helps me as a collector when I'm making a decision what to buy.
Before we get people to start heading out, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you guys like the show today, and hit that like button on the way out. Shane?
Yeah, looking forward to hanging out Father's Day. You could catch me Wednesday at Constructive Outrage, and we'll be doing our casting for Magic, and mine's going to win. She's a smoke show.
There you go.
Hot as fuck. No big booty Judy.
What shows can they find you on, Shane?
There's no collectors enabled tonight. We took it off for Father's Day. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, Constructive Outrage. Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern for Collector's Corner. And then Saturday for Saturday Night Raw at 9 p.m. Eastern.
There you go.
Wherever fine shows are broadcast, Shane will be there.
Crip,
I'm
what you got,
cheap.
Man? Yeah, right. Sure. Crippler, what you got, man?
Oh man, Father's Day activities is about to begin. Some Diablo after that. You can catch me there. Blizzard, Crippler, pound 1640. There 24 hours a day.
Barbarian level 40. I got my Barbarian to 40.
Oh, nice. You playing the Barbarian? Yeah, we got to play. Other than that, yeah, Constructive Outrage. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Magic. Hey, and there might be a special Statue Mon battle with the Pokemaster Shane versus someone. It's in
3-0, baby.
3-0. Yeah.
And guys, just to let you know, Crip, I want to give a shout out to Crip. He's again, he's one of the nicest guys in the community. Real nice guy, always really open and has people on the show, tries to include everybody. So big shout out to Crippler.
Yeah, and he helps out everybody, man.
He helps out.
Yeah.
Let me tell you,
He's a good
this is one of those things where it doesn't need to be said, but you could tell that Crip is one of those guys that I was describing earlier. A nice, humble, really helpful guy. So
There's not a person who has a bad thing to say about Crip.
I'm gonna go do a crime right
Yeah.
now.
You got to even that shit out. You got to go
Put
do
some blood
something
on my
bad.
ledger.
Yeah.
Well, you did order that X-Force Wolverine, so it's
No.
bound.
There we go. See, nobody's perfect.
He ordered what?
That, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But go check out his channel. He's got a hilarious show where there's just like a no holds bar. You think what we say on this channel might offend you, go to his channel.
I appreciate that. Art, all of you guys, man. Anytime, I'm there for anybody.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Next show is Wednesday, right?
Wednesday, 9 p.m. Yep.
All right. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel. And then we got Art Statue Collector.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't really have a stream of my own, but I only do some live unboxing when I feel like it. And
I keep pushing him though.
Nah, ain't happening. Yeah, but I do
You got
come
the
out
best
with
one.
reviews now and then. The next one I'll be doing is probably all the prototype that I received from XM Studios, which I have to give them back next week. So I'll get to that one. And also, like I said, Jay Sears will be coming here the end of the month, which I will be doing a stream with him.
Awesome.
So you can catch me on that.
Can't wait for that.
So let me tell you this too. Like Art got a business, got a full-time job, does all these statue reviews like weekly on a weekly basis almost. Does all this editing, gets all this like film footage, and he does it all for us to watch these videos and find out if we really want to buy something or not. It really helps. So we appreciate that too, Art.
Yeah, man. No
We
problem.
recognize you. We see you working hard, man. So we appreciate all that. If you guys are not subscribed to his channel already, you guys are missing out. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel and check out his videos. Very high quality stuff.
Very high.
Very high quality
Super
video.
high quality.
So if you want to see something up close in 4K, go check it out.
He's
but
the
yeah.
kingpin of Bangkok.
He's the kingpin.
And his production values, even if you're not
Exactly,
interested
Bangkok.
in the piece, his
Yeah.
production values is so on point that it
Yeah.
just draws you in.
You
I'd
enable
say
you, right?
that's the best on YouTube.
I know.
But as far as for me, guys, like I said, I've been talking about it for a couple weeks now. The stuff I got coming in, I got the Rogue Alien that should be hopefully shipping this month. We got the Alien Warrior from Prime 1 that's coming. Donatello's coming soon. And then we got Venom Arise next in the shoot and a couple other things that's coming. So stay tuned for that. City Hunter Predator is going to be coming in the next couple months. I cannot wait for that. I'm going to do a similar video like I did with my Jungle Hunter. So I can't wait to show you guys that too. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want to check all that stuff out. I appreciate you guys joining us here at the Collector's Table Live, where every collector has a seat. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks,
Ooh, I
guys.
like that.